we can banter a bit lah. Let them start joining in first.
With the banter bros.
Yeah.
Can you send it to the link to the chat?
Yep. Hang on.
Angie, you look like a witch. A witch.
Thanks.
Oh wait, hang on. Shit.
Can you?
Fuck.
Hey, we don't have the party poppers. We only have party.
Yeah. Okay.
Too high
Anyway,
budget,
we are
too high
live now. Okay.
Too high budget.
We just continue to talk shit first while I handle all the. This one is.
Hey, we are live.
Oh my god.
Angie the witch.
And
John the barbarian.
I was gonna ask you guys if we're doing like color matched.
Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't, so I just wore red anyway.
All right.
Red for Uniting Singapore.
Yeah.
2017.
Yes.
Jerry, where the
A bit
hell?
old already though.
Yeah, where the hell did you get that shirt?
Unity.
So Unity came down to Singapore and tried to sell their product to you. Is that it?
Yeah.
Did you purchase Unity?
No. It's free to use. Why do you need to buy it?
What's Unity?
It's like a software that does stuff.
It's the game engine.
Oh.
It lets you program games and whatnot.
Were they paid by the government?
No. But you
Probably.
can make Sex Dungeon 3D with Unity.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, for sure. What's made on Unity? Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact's made on Unity.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so what do you call that? What's the word?
Primitive.
No, not primitive. It's so advanced nowadays.
Yeah, actually, Unity is pretty
Okay,
good.
we're not having technical difficulty, guys. Okay, we're just bantering while we settle all these things.
Can our audience
Because
hear us though?
because of
Yes,
the
yes.
title of our live stream is 10 June interview with WP. Sorry guys, he's no longer an MP anymore.
No, but
Before we get
change already. It's called the
Before we
July
get
politics
POF
session.
mark.
Okay, so
Really?
it's all good. Yep, change already.
I think it's very sad that poor Mr. Pereira's last interview
Was with us.
He is so much of a bro. He help us get views and whatnot. He have to give us a huge scandal after he did a podcast.
The artwork is still this though.
the hour cannot change. Wait, can I change the hour? Probably.
Pretty sure you can. But like, is the sound live already?
The sound is live. We are all live now. Can talk.
Are the usual suspects listening in? Hello Natalie, hello Clipper,
Oh my god.
hello Blocked. Fuck you guys. Suck my cock.
Should I just use this one? No, we need the. Okay, to be clear, I set the timing for us to meet at 3 o'clock. Only demo was at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I was waiting for quite a while. Yeah. Luckily, I had my imagination to entertain myself with.
Oh wait, I don't even have the artwork for this live stream thing.
Really?
Yeah, you only put it up on social media. Okay, I'm just going to put a random artwork. So like
Yeah. So
the presidential one, the one that we had recently. So at least we have
some sort of like
Yeah, guys, listen to our presidential podcast. I slandered a lot of people, but John took it
By the
all
way,
out.
I just want to clarify, right?
Yes.
Unlike John, I don't think about my ex-boyfriend's penises, right? I don't think about them at all. So if I were to legislate anything, right, it would have nothing to do with like any of my ex-boyfriends. But if I were a president,
Presidentress.
I don't think there's like a gendered term for president anymore to make it sexist. Are you also like one of those people who go like, oh, girl bosses? Yes, slay.
then it's never alone cause there's always Spencer.
Yeah, then what do you say? Finish your sentence, woman.
Yeah, finish your sentence. If we're all hanging on your word, I'm just waiting for you to finish before we talk about.
If I'm a president, right? What
Yes.
would I would do? I would make like it compulsory nationwide for everybody to be registered on a dating app.
Everybody needs to be registered, even the aso.
Why?
Yeah, because then your marital status is clear.
Your marital status is clear.
So like people cannot pretend to be unmarried on the dating apps
Why cannot? I don't understand. I'm so slow today.
to
Oh my
prevent
god.
adultery lah.
So I cannot pack out with my wife to like, okay, you single, I single, then we go and have a swingers party.
You can. You just make it a lot more difficult.
Okay, I see what you're trying to go for, Angie.
Yeah, you just cannot
Very Black Mirror.
Yeah, you just cannot bluff people into dating you just because they think you're single, which is what a lot of men do on dating apps.
Oh, but why do they think they can get away with it?
They do
They do.
for a while. But what people are doing now is that they have these like Facebook groups or forums where
Yes.
they post photos. Like, is this guy married? Or like, are you guys dating any of these guys? So yeah, good luck to y'all.
Oh, well, can I join? Can I join that?
I'm not gonna tell you what they are. Demo.
It's like
It's like
before
a
you can start
women's group.
seriously dating, you're getting doxxed.
Yeah, that's what people do nowadays though. Like all my girlfriends, right? The level of doxing they go
Right.
on a dude is amazing. They go on the LinkedIn, they
Must
go on
protect
the
yourself.
whatever, then they are yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Reflex, man, reflex.
I don't know. I've been out of dating him for so long, right? When my younger girlfriends tell me what they're doing, I was like, do you have to go to such lengths? Then they're like, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, not untrue. I've heard stories. I've heard stories.
Of
Yeah,
what?
so TextPad or POE, PY says the lighting on Angie is terrible, makes her look like Sadako.
I'm always over bright here. It's really unfair.
Should I put down my hair?
You're what?
Should I put down my hair just like you?
Put on my head. Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, the long hair, the long hair,
hair
tribal.
gang.
Long
Yeah.
hair gang.
And then all
Come
the
on.
short hair people over here. Yes.
Yeah.
Jerry's about to unveil his gloriousness. Come down, you must capture this.
Jesus.
Look at that.
Like, dude,
Look at this.
do it in front of the camera.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, wow. The texture
Look
looks
at
amazing.
it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So long.
Oh.
Washing it must be a pain though.
Yeah, it is.
How often do you wash it?
Once every 2 days.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, once every 2 days.
Yeah.
I heard once a week.
Fuck,
Every
man,
2 days.
Jerry's
Why?
really long, man. That's crazy cool.
My head is.
You know, if you were still in the army, you would never be allowed to do this.
Of course,
If you go back to reservist, do you have to cut your hair?
Yeah,
of
they're
course.
fucking.
Oh, really, ah?
The RSM, this fierce man, stands at the queue, and then he looks at you as you are coming in to register for your reservist, and he's like, "If your hair is long, you have to go and cut it on the spot." On the spot.
Yeah, on the spot. There's barbers right
Are you serious? Like, cut it to what length?
Whatever.
To a
It's not
disgusting haircut,
botak, not botak. It's just a disgusting haircut.
Like, just like 2 standard
by
cut.
4. Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Yikes.
That's not fun.
And then if you have dyed hair, right?
Yes.
You improve with dyed hair.
Yeah.
They will tell you, okay, go and dye your hair first. Right? Go to the toilet, dye
Correct,
your hair.
correct,
Then come out and get a
correct.
haircut.
Yeah.
And you gotta pay for it. It's not free.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
Angie, this
So
is
im-
fucking serious, man.
Imagine if you like paid $300 for like a really cool hair dye.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you gonna call in.
Yes.
Then gone
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, but I'll argue that you're being stupid to go
but
for a $300 hair dye before going for reservist.
Reservist has been, the letters have set up for 6 months in advance at least.
Yeah,
Oh, is it 6 months? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you'll
okay.
know way ahead.
Yeah,
of
way
time.
ahead.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
if you dye still want to go and dye your hair, right? Then that's not their problem.
You must pay for your individualism, in
That's
in
so
army.
sad.
I can't even like have like a little bit of stubble, like the 5 p.m. shadow
No,
thing.
cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll insist that I have to like.
You can have mustache.
Oh, is it?
But not beard.
Why?
It's what I don't
There's
know.
this
It's
stupid
so
saying in the
dumb.
army saying that everything below the chin belongs to Akong or something.
Yeah.
Like, everything
Oh,
above
yeah.
the lips.
What do you mean?
I've heard of
Yes.
that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
What do you mean below
I
the
fucking don't
lips?
know. Angie's fucking idiots repeat these stupid phrases over and over again. Makes me want to slap them.
We should talk about that. Not today, but we should talk about that police suicide note thing.
Actually, we should talk about it today.
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah,
just
we
happened
talk about it,
yesterday.
We got so much to talk about. Okay,
Yeah.
before,
So many things. Are we already live already?
yeah, we are live already. We have been live for like 5 minutes already.
Do I still look like Sadako?
Apparently, yes.
You
Okay,
gotta tie your
but
hair back.
this one is just
It's just my skin.
your
It's
pasty
too
white,
white.
small white skin. No choice lah. Okay, so just before we start any of this,
Yes.
I'm gonna show the audience the
Yes,
latest
yes.
NPC eager trend, which has already happened already lah. And just okay,
this
I'm just
NPC
gonna play
Oh
this.
my god, John, are you sure?
Yeah.
Heart me. Stop it. Thank you. Heart me.
I just want
Thank you. Donut. I wonder if it was jelly filled.
I just want people, right, to face this abomination as I have faced this abomination. The only other person who knew about this, I think, NG. Jerry, did you know about it? You didn't know about it, right? Okay.
It's because
Heart
I'm
me.
chronically
Thank you.
online.
Yeah, the
Heart me.
chronically online
Thank you.
people.
Yeah.
And
Popcorn.
I'm gonna.
Popcorn.
By the way, as NG had pointed out just now, these people make like several $1,000s per day every time
day.
they every time
people
they,
like pay them to do stupid shit and then they just do it and then they earn like several K a day.
okay. So we're gonna
Fucking
watch
good grifts, yeah.
we're gonna watch the rest of the 19 seconds of this good grief.
Watch it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Spicy wet, spicy wet, spicy wet. Ride 'em, cowboy, let's go. Spicy wet, spicy wet, spicy wet.
Cringe is right.
Sunglasses
Oh my
looking
god.
cool.
This is absolute cringe.
Hot dog, hot dog.
Okay, so from now on,
Popcorn.
from now on, every time somebody loses a John 1 game time, right, y'all gotta act like that. Okay, that's gonna be the new rule
What the
from now on.
fuck?
Okay, John, is there a name for this? You say app like that. What is this?
Yeah, it's called
What do
the
I Google?
NPC eager friend.
NPC.
Yeah, like non-playable
right.
character.
No, but you know what is really interesting
Right.
in a societal kind of way? It's this like human beings acting like digital characters.
Yes.
Whereas and then they have like AI generated characters trying to act like human beings.
Beautiful. Oh, I love the contradiction. I'm getting
Yeah.
a contradiction boner.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, humans acting like AI while AI is doing human jobs.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's just like really
We're
it's a
ready for
really
UBI, guys.
yeah, we are ready for UBI. Like
We're ready
what
for the
even are we
singularity.
working for right now? Like just fuck you already. Don't worry already. There's this new term
Yes.
amongst the younger people and it's called bed rotting. So basically it's like you just lie on your bed all day and rot there.
Oh, okay. It's a lot like Tang Ping, right? Like
That's
from,
Yeah.
That's the China one, right?
I'm not sure actually.
It sounds like from China. I think I heard something very, very similar. Yeah, the
Tang Ping, Tang Ping.
No. Like it's
Tang Ping is before.
Tang Ping is
it's
life flat.
before.
Yeah.
But I
Tang Ping
think
is
bed rotting might not be from China. I think it might.
And I think Tang Ping is in response to those like string of financial scandals that the land developers had.
Yes.
Basically they lost all their money and all that.
Yes.
And then after that, what is it, like rotting in bed or bed rot or whatever?
Okay, so bed rotting is not from China. It's from TikTok actually.
okay.
Yeah.
We learn something new every day.
You learn something new every day. We old people must keep up, if not later we irrelevant.
My God, you can go and join like
We are
Skills Future.
irrelevant.
And,
We are irrelevant.
I know.
yeah,
we are
but
so
today it's
super
going to be a
irrelevant.
super juicy episode, right? Like a
Super
beautifully
juicy. Oh my god.
Thank the Lord for this bountiful harvest upon which
my
we are
goodness.
about to feast.
Okay.
We don't have party poppers, I'm sorry.
But we got popcorn.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we like give people like the space to heal?
I'm trying to heal by talking about our collective
Okay.
trauma.
Okay,
Hang on,
actually.
you?
Heal.
Yeah, everybody is asking for everybody to give space to heal.
You know, I really don't like this the weaponization of all this terminology online, where it's just like
Of mental health shit.
yeah, whatever mental health shit it's just we gotta give time to heal, we gotta go and do this, we gotta go and do that. Basically it's all the terms that psychologists or therapists will use. Then after people they find out about it, then they just rampantly misuse it all the time.
Basically, they're gaslighting us lah.
Yeah, like
They're
that
Or like
Jonas.
gaslight, for example,
you know,
Yeah, like
they're-
Jonas Hill guy lah, basically.
So they're gaslighting people who just want to do this, into not doing it.
Wow, that's very high level. My goodness.
Okay, so we do have some amount of people already tuning in. 10, all 10 of you guys. Oh my god, this
Wow,
there's
Legends,
more-
man, 10
there's already-
legends.
There's already more of the audience than the number of people in the Longkang, right?
For the first time ever. Whoa!
No, not first time. We had more. But okay, we're gonna get right into enough banter, enough bullshit. Time for serious business. Okay,
Sex.
it is serious business. No, none of this NPC eager thing.
Sex.
Popcorn. Popcorn.
Popcorn.
I want you all to remember this, right? Next time you all lose the John Wang game time.
Oh my god.
Okay, you all gonna
Not even participating, man.
Jerry, you have to be gay, man. You're part of Longkang too, man.
no.
It's like adultery. Adultery. Oh my god.
Inappropriate action.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay. What do we feel like delving into first, guys? Okay, we got
Okay,
a
it's
bunch
been
of-
such a crazy week that like it's so juicy that we don't even know where the fuck to start.
Exactly.
But I guess we can start with the CPIB and Iswaran.
Iswaran first.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean Waswaran?
Waswaran.
Oh my god.
Have we cancelled him already?
This one is the
Bruh.
Reagan,
I have a.
Oh my god,
I have
ladies and
jokes.
gentlemen, he's taking out a book. He's
have
like,
jokes.
he's not fucking around today. I'm not even
Jerry's
kidding,
book
yeah.
of jokes.
Yeah, I have jokes. Yes.
it's like that Reagan. If Reagan was
love
still
it.
president, ISIS would be worse. Terrible. Okay.
Jesus Christ, Jerry.
Oh my god,
Even your
Jerry.
head fell off.
Why did your party hat fall off?
It's too much of a party.
Why are we wearing party hats today? I don't even know. I just put it on.
It's just a celebration, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's NG's idea. Okay.
But why not? I think this should be like a regular feature. It makes us feel very festive.
And it
Yeah.
makes you look like a witch.
We just didn't
like
get
being
party
rich.
poppers because it's
Is it Ben?
no budget.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
Yeah,
I would
but
like
you
to
can
have
get-
party
you can
poppers.
Get party poppers.
Okay.
So what
and-
Iswaran do again? Actually, he didn't do anything. Iswaran is innocent.
So
Well,
he wouldn't be was Warren if he. Okay, let's not puff my
no,
ourselves.
I've heard nothing but him getting arrested. No cause,
Okay,
no rhyme.
Okay,
Allegedly.
wait.
Allegedly.
Dan Wong.
What? That's slandering
He
this
was
person.
arrested on the 11th of July.
So?
Alleged.
So?
Under
What's he charged with?
well, supposedly, right? He's assisting in some sort of investigations.
No, he was assisting first, right?
He was
I
assisting.
didn't know
ah.
you could you could be arrested and then assist with an investigation.
Yeah, so he's investigated by the anti-graft body, and then just a couple days ago, when was it? Just yesterday, he was seen leaving the CPIB headquarters for after he's been interrogated for 10 hours, I guess.
Whoa, interrogated for 10 hours.
Oh, that's pretty
Oh,
fast.
okay, maybe they didn't like interrogate him for 10 hours, but he was there for 10 hours.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Still doesn't mean he's guilty of anything. I still feel like this is
Alleged.
Yeah, all alleged, right?
his
Okay.
friend, the billionaire tycoon Ong Beng Sing, was also arrested on the July 11th. Then he left the country, apparently.
but I think he got
back.
permission to
Yeah, he
leave
got
the
permission to
country.
leave the
Came back,
country.
yeah.
Then he
On a
came back.
private flight.
And then, Mr. Iswaran's passport has been impounded. Yeah.
Okay. So the investigation apparently. Anyway, I have the article put up on the screen now, so the
Yes.
audience can read along with us.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the investigation apparently lasted 10 hours with a Today Online reporter spotting him leaving at 8:45 p.m. on the same day in a dark color. Okay.
Good job today, online reporter.
I like how they are like so specific about what he wears. As if we give a shit.
It's very important, okay? That's why we have all these party hats. Fashion matters.
Okay, sure.
Then game is fashion. Excellent.
On Monday, prominent businessman Ong Beng Sing, 77, returned to Singapore from Bali amid an ongoing corruption probe by anti-graft body. Last Friday, 14th of July, the CPIB disclosed that both Transport Minister S. Iswaran and Tycoon Ong Beng Sing were arrested on 11th of July. They are currently cooperating with the authorities in connection with an investigation into a case that the CPIB has discovered. However, the specific details regarding the nature of the probe was not provided. Both Mr. Ong and Iswaran were subsequently released on bail with Iswaran's passport confiscated. The amount of bail for Iswaran was not disclosed, but we know that the bail for Ong was 100,000.
Okay, interruption.
You know what?
Sorry.
100,000 seems to be a very small amount of bill
Yes.
for a billionaire.
Iswaran, if you want to leave the country, hey man, if you're listening to this, I have the sweetest deal for you. Just come and find me, Dan Wong, at LongKangKitties.com, right? Just send me a mail. I'll get you all set up. We'll be in Johor before you're done, all right?
How what on a phone?
Are you
What?
did you just go online and just like publicize that you want to commit a crime?
No.
Well, what kind of office?
What exactly are you going to
Yeah,
do?
what
for,
kind of
like,
services are you
yeah.
offering exactly?
This, if he wants to go from place to place, I'll ferry him there.
So in
Like a
violation of
personal
the-
driver?
No, so Dan Wong right has
like a peddler.
has a little dingy boat from Decathlon.
knows.
And then
he knows.
It's like $50 or $60. I
I
think more
painted
than
it
that.
black,
Yeah.
so nobody can see me.
So you can paddle over to Johor.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you know that if you want to like camouflage in the dark, you shouldn't
Yes.
be
Black.
using black because black is very dark and then it stands out. You should
should
be
be
using
blue.
a very dark color, like for example, khaki.
I just want to check, Angie. For 2.5 years, did you serve as a stealth unit in the army?
No
Thought
comment.
So.
No
Thought so.
comment.
I fucking thought so, right? Somehow you are the expert on stealth. When I was the expert, now you're the new expert. I didn't know this. Huh.
Just saying.
And
If you really
Then
want to be
you
stealthy,
sound a bit salty that NG knows more about stealth than you do. Is this another NGW.
Knife fight.
She really defeated you in knife fight, and then now she's like
Defeating me in
better at stealth. Is this what's happening? Demo.
Okay, back to Iswaran and this boring graph. What the hell is graph? Anti-graph. There's nothing wrong with
So
graph.
that's the thing we don't know because like the whole
They say
point,
anti-corruption
the
lah,
whole
why
thing
graph?
about this, right, is that it's linked to like Formula One and then like the
Correct.
whole thing around it, and then I think there are some reports floating around about the exact nature of what it could be.
There's a few WhatsApp group that
All the conspiracy
Yeah.
theories.
Yeah.
everybody is just like commenting about how basically it's something to do with one of the dinners that was organized.
Or like
And
one of the
then-
suites or something.
one of
Like
the
he was
suites,
staying
yeah.
at some kind of suite or some shit like that.
And then
And then
apparently,
like he should be paying for it, but he didn't pay for it. And
Yeah,
there
but
was,
he
like,
was
some
using
kind
it
of,
to
like,
entertain Indian guests, right? Like investors and shit, right? He's basically doing his job of bringing business into Singapore outside in his own personal time, you know. And he's and why? What's wrong with that? That's his job, Let him do his job.
all I have
please,
to say, right, is that if something happened, right, I hope it is like for a really, really big sum of money, because otherwise
yeah, if it's like for 20k, then you kena.
you bomb your own career
Yeah.
for 20k, and
It's-
then like it's not even intentional.
You
That is
are-
really fucked up.
It's
Already,
very fucked up. You will feel stupid. Everybody also xia by you. It's like one of the ministers that's arrested in Singapore. $20,000. That's like what our country minister does
You mean
on a
we
daily
can't?
basis.
You mean we can't pay him $20,000 to avoid corruption?
Oh my god.
At least it has to be like some kind of like a 20 million, right? Like I would say that would be like a good
Even
number.
20 million also seems insignificant. If you consider, like, for example, our neighbor to the north, Najib, was basically accused of being like embezzling like 1 billion. or
something billion.
Yeah, 1.7. Like 20 million. Walao. Hey, our minister pays so high cannot do better, man.
He's not a career criminal. Different, okay? This one is just like opportunistic. Hey, we're not. Yeah, this is just
Guys,
a joke.
wait,
This is just a
come
joke.
on, seriously, this guy earns like a motherfucking amount of money. Why do you think he's like, you know, like, why do you think this is a
Okay,
big
like
deal?
then what? Like 200 million?
Yeah, you're putting a price on this shit, are you? You're
Are we
you're
not? Let's
insistent
just see what is a good amount of money to be corrupt in Singapore.
Okay, hang on,
Let's say you're a minister earning like
okay.
a couple of 1 to 2 mil, I think, a year.
Yeah.
What is a good number for you to risk your entire reputation and career
on, right?
on?
200 or like you say 300, 200.
I think about 100 mil, 200 mil, I think that's like a reasonable
Yeah, I think
sum.
like 100 to 200
Maybe,
is reasonable,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So 20 mil, your initial guess of 20 mil is just
I just
like,
want to be
walao.
nice, you know,
It's
like
10%
hey,
of
wait. I'm like going from 20k to 20 million, okay?
Okay, but I think one of the things that all these Facebook and Reddit groups, right, they're actually using these, right, to try to protest his innocence. You know,
Or it's just 20k?
yeah, it's not just 20k. It's like, oh, it's one of those mistakes whereby he doesn't even know what's going on. He just went in his
And it could
capacity,
be. Very
It
well.
could
and
be.
it could be, you know,
Yeah.
and but the thing is, I'll just put in a word for CPIB is if
Your CPIB buddies are like listening in to us.
Sniper shot the head off.
yeah, sniper shot the head off, you better say something good about. Okay, the thing is,
Otherwise, pew.
They really need to take out the head of the ISD in order
Yeah.
for the CPIB not to be embarrassed
Yes.
online. Is
I
it?
thought the ISD and the CPIB are like kind of bro.
no,
Indeed. right?
no, they're not
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
Apparently, they are like antagonistic now because after all,
All of you are
Thanks,
Jerry.
yeah. But okay, so here's what I want to say, right?
okay.
Is if they don't have anything concrete, they will not be bringing it up to the PM. So,
Yeah, and also like so this is very different from the Readout Road case
Yeah.
because
100%,
this
yeah.
was brought to the PM by the CPIB
Yes.
themselves. So like it's not like, you know, internally generated because Vivian Balakrishnan and Shanmugam both requested for the CPIB's
yes,
interference, I guess, in the Readout Road case. Whereas this was them going to the PM and then like, hey man, there's something wrong with this warrant and we want you to like,
yeah, we want to highlight.
we
this,
need your approval to go ahead.
we need to
Interesting.
go ahead. We need the green light.
Yep.
We need the green light.
Yep.
So
Okay,
it's they must have a pretty watertight case, lah. If not, they will not be bringing it up to the PM.
Yeah, I just wish they'll be more transparent and let us know about it instead of speculating. You know, speculating takes a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, but
Yep.
Okay, so let's speculate further. Okay, Ong is best known as the man who brought Formula One to Singapore. This is still from the article. Mr. Ong is renowned as the exclusive shareholder of Singapore Grand Prix, serving as the organizer of the annual sporting event. Additionally, he holds ownership of various hotels worldwide. Ong and his wife, businesswoman Christina Fu, are esteemed members of the Singapore's 25 richest couple. Okay. So he brought a deal to Singapore in 2007. Okay.
Good job, Ong Beng Seng.
CPIB allegedly received a tip-off from a Singaporean individual. While Singaporeans await further information from CPIB regarding Minister Iswaran's arrest, reports by the online media outlet Asia Sentinel suggest that the origin of this affair... Oh my god, this choice of words though.
It's not an affair.
Oh my god.
It's not that kind of
Not
affair.
that
No, cannot.
Unless
It's just
after the repeal of 377A,
Yes, they
that
kiss
some
passionately
like
on the
romance
F1
blossom.
stand.
Oh
Between
yeah,
two 70-year-olds.
Fast and
Beautiful.
Furious.
Back to the article.
I just want to see old men kissing. That's all I want to see.
I do not wish to see old man. I do not wish to see anybody kissing. Okay. In June of this year, Ecclestone formally pleaded not guilty to the allegation of failing to declare a trust in Singapore, which allegedly holds about $400 million in a bank to Britain's government. Maybe I should suggest the origins of this affair could be linked to the London trial for fraud involving Ecclestone. So Ecclestone pleaded not guilty to the allegation of failing to declare a trust in Singapore, which holds $400 million in a bank account. A source provided a tip-off suggesting that the F1 account was used as evidence to demonstrate corruption. Amongst the entry, there was a payment mention allegedly made to Ong, serving as reimbursement for covering Iswaran's expenses related to the use of VIP lounge in the F1 event in Singapore. Subsequently, a Singaporean individual reportedly noticed this entry and informed the CPIB, the Asian Sentinel.
We have got one champion whistleblower.
Who is this
he?
person?
Yeah.
Do we know? Dun, 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 dun.
No, I think we got to keep this guy's identity secret for the
Thank you for your service to the country.
But then actually, whistleblower, okay, like everybody, you all need to blow some whistles, okay? Blow, beep, beep. Blow,
we didn't bring the
Okay. Sorry, guys. Just explain to me, a layperson. What's the difference between a whistleblower and a snitch? Because snitches get stitches, is what everybody says online. And whistleblowers get
no fucking difference.
Oh.
Whistleblowers get like rammed by the government.
Oh wow, okay. Don't you think this whistleblower should be rewarded by the government though?
They should.
They should.
Whether they will be is like
traditionally whistleblowers they tend to like suffer a fate worse than like where they
So imagine if you're in the civil service, right, and then you whistleblow, like, do you think you can still have like any career
probably
progression
won't have any
left?
future in civil service
But
anymore.
will I get NTUC vouchers?
Maybe. You will get your GST package though.
So you're saying that NTUC should reward whistleblowers?
Yeah. They reward people in general, don't they?
$10,000.
It's like when you do the survey, right? The census survey, they give you NTUC vouchers. So I would think that it's the same thing. It's all I really want in life.
Speaking of
NTUC
which, I need to
vouchers.
use mine. I'm expiring soon.
I just used mine yesterday
Nice.
to buy potato chips.
Come on, what a waste. You should use vouchers to buy tangible things that you can use
like
for many,
toilet
many years.
paper.
But you're going to spend the money anyways. What's the big deal? What's the difference? Like, I'm going to buy potato chips and I'm going to buy toilet paper.
Guys, just look at John's face. The furrow on his brow is getting deeper and deeper.
First of all of you are wasting time and money. Okay? The only thing NTUC vouchers are good for is providing bribes. Okay, this is the only thing that NTUC vouchers are
That's
good for.
true.
You're
Because
bribing in $50 like voucher notes.
No, that's really good because first of all, NTUC vouchers, right, are just like mysterious entities that just like disappear into thin air. Okay, like NTUC just like, we receive money, and then after that, just whatever. Then after that, you can put all this NTUC voucher into an envelope, and then just like, yo.
Oh my god, hey.
I need you to grease some wheels. Okay?
I said so much shit on the podcast. You censor me. Now you are saying like the biggest shit ever, you know. Who's gonna censor you?
Oh wait, hang on. I'm not accusing NTUC of anything. I'm saying the criminal enterprises who are fond of bribing people tend to use NTUC vouchers.
Actually, he might be right, you know, because I heard something like this from a friend before where they were talking about how they use vouchers. And like, because people just give out vouchers, right, for whatever reasons, like, you know, shady or non-shady. And then like, so what would they used to do, right, was that they would have taka vouchers. And then they go because you can't like cash it out, right? So what you have to do is you have to use the Taka voucher to like buy something.
Right.
So then you buy the item already, and then like you're like, okay, but how do I change this into money? So you just return it to Taka, and you get the money back.
No lah, then you get a
refund or
voucher
some
back
shit.
lah. Right.
I think they probably refund you money if I'm not wrong.
Okay, at the very least, even if you don't actually get the cash, you still get the thing, which you
Yeah.
can sell on Carousel later.
Yeah,
lah, right?
exactly,
It's still, I mean, it's
yeah.
still essentially like
Okay.
a free rice cooker or whatever.
lor.
Okay.
I mean, this is the economy of the Singapore black market. Lah. You want to bribe someone, pay
It's
them, in
basically
rice,
vouchers.
pay them in rice cookers and NTUC
It's so
vouchers.
pathetic, like we are so anti-corruption to the point that our
Actual corruption.
Yeah, the corruption is so pathetic. It's like
Okay, so what you're saying is that Iswaran, if he was allegedly doing this shit, right, he's like way higher level than we can even imagine.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying that if he's doing it, he should do it for a good amount of money. That's
Okay.
worth his reputation.
Yes, I believe that we are agreed on that amount. Yes.
Or if
Imagine
you
like
use,
$20 million of NTUC voucher.
If you use-
What are you
oh my
gonna
god.
buy with it, man?
if you use that 20 million in NTZ vouchers, you will not get caught.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, because every day you just cash in a bit.
No, you'll get
How
caught.
much
lah.
grocery do you need?
No, it's not about the grocery. Imagine if it was like the VIP room and then after that you got to pay an NTUC voucher. I think that's like suspicious as fuck, right?
Guys, I just need so much NTUC vouchers that I don't have to work anymore. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just have a living, with NTUC vouchers.
So is NTUC
Totally,
your
man.
preferred choice of supermarket?
Yeah,
not Sheng
NTUC
Siong.
finest. NTUC finest.
Wow.
Finest, yo.
People got money different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, they're bringing craft
No,
beers
he's
and
getting
different
it.
types of
He's
fruits
getting
and
it for free.
vegetables.
Or he's getting other people asking him to grease the wheels. Grease
I
the wheels.
guess.
Yeah.
20 million NTZ vouchers, right? Okay, we know
Yeah,
where
I could make it work. I could
Yeah.
make it work for the
You
rest
use
of
it
my
for the
life.
rest of your lives, yeah.
Correct.
True.
Correct.
Okay, let's continue with the article.
Okay.
So last year, Singapore Grand Prix, backed by Mr. Ong and the Singapore Tourism Board, extended the city-state's contract to host the F1 night race through 2028. This was the fourth and longest contract renewal, with previous dealings ranging between 4 and 5 years. The renewal sparked debate on the value of hosting the event, as it involves substantial costs of approximately $150 million annually, with the government covering 60% of the expenses.
Wow, passion made possible.
Oh, shit.
Mr.
Passion card?
Hiswaran, who was the former Minister for Trade
Oh my god.
from 2015 to 2018,
Can I just
said,
interrupt you?
go ahead. Yes.
I just want to do an NPC of NTUC auntie.
Okay.
So fast.
Okay, look at the camera.
Teeth. Passion card. Passion card. Passion card.
Member?
Remember?
Plastic bag.
Plastic bag?
Hey,
5 cent.
back, must pay money,
5 cent, Plastic bag, 5 cent, Are you member?
Shit. Fucking funny.
Why you gonna interrupt me in the middle of me talking about the F1 to go and do
Because you're talking about NTUC voucher.
NTUC NPC?
Because you're talking about NTUC.
This is the MPUC. Okay,
Oh, fuck. Dying.
let's back to the article.
Oh, ADHD needs to stop, man.
Okay. So apparently there's long-term benefits for such an extension to bring to Singapore. In 2021, Iswaran told the media that talks were ongoing with F1 management and the race organizer Singapore GP to renew the contract.
Fantastic.
While the
More
race has undoubtedly put Singapore on the global map and promoted its entertainment facilities in Singapore, the benefits and costs have become topic for discussion. The tourism board state that the race attracts around 350,000 visitors annually and generates hundreds of millions in sales and receipts.
150,000 visitors only. That's very low.
In that period of time, I think it's
In that 3 days to a week.
50,000 and then they divide by what? 150 million, right? 150, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 150 million equals. So you spend about $2,000 lah per.
Is that the actual math? That's not the math, right?
This is 0.002. You multiply by 1,000, ma, right?
Why is it
100, sorry, 100.
Why did it multiply by 1,000?
100, sorry, it's 100. Okay, so you spend
20 cents per visitor lah.
20 cents. Cannot be. 20 cents per visitor.
Yeah, there's more.
150 million divided by. Oh, sorry.
No, wait, hang on.
I divided wrongly.
Oh, you
150
did it, yeah.
million.
Oh my god, your math.
Enter the zeros lah.
Wait, that's 15 million.
150. 1, 2, 3.
Enter the zeros, bro.
150.
This is
150
15
plus
okay,
6
this
zeros.
Divide by 350,000, right?
Yeah.
My God, this is so embarrassing. $428.
Yeah, $420 per person.
Okay lah, quite. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you be willing to pay $428 per visitor to come to Singapore? Okay lah, that's okay, right? I guess the price of
They probably spend a lot more when they're here.
Exactly. Okay lah.
No, but I think if you can cut that price by half, it will be better.
Wow, you're the NTUC uncle still want to 讨价还价.
If like a Singapore government right can pay like less than 50% of that, it'll be better.
Yeah, I wish this was a podcast instead of a live stream. Then everybody saw me make a stupid math mistake on live stream.
This is the point of live stream.
That's content, man.
Yeah, this is content.
Yeah.
This one, if we were famous, it would go on to live stream fail. But thankfully, we're not famous.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yet.
you get a free pass. Okay. Okay, trips to UK Silverstone. Asia Sentinel report that according to the report circulating in Singapore. Oh my God. Jerry.
What is the Silverstone?
Okay. Which have not been officially confirmed. There are allegations that Mr. Ong organised a trip to Silverstone track in the UK for Iswaran and a team from the Transportation Ministry to persuade them to renew the annual race.
Okay. What's wrong with that? That sounds like work to me.
During the alleged trip to the UK, Mr. Ong reportedly hosted the ministry staffers in one of his London hotels and arranged a dinner, in addition to providing tickets to a concert by Adele. However, most of the ministry team felt uneasy about these gestures and declined, with only one staffer accepting the offering.
Oh,
if this guy was the whistleblower, right, I'm just like, okay, now we know the reason. But I don't think it is. Okay.
This one person kena arrow already.
Yeah, people can be very spiteful, John. 你去看 Adele 啦，去看啦。我们没有看，你看啦，你看啦。
English, please, Channel 5.
Oh, sorry.
We have multiple.
Sorry. You go and watch Adele lah, huh? We all stay behind. You go and watch lah. It's okay.
Don't worry, enjoy yourself, okay?
You
can really have fun.
Yeah, the music very nice. Have fun, huh?
Have fun.
You know what to do, huh?
This has happened before, right? In real life, like I know in your circle of friends or whatever. We do this. We are passive aggressive.
Okay. Yeah, you are passive aggressive. Okay, in Mr. Ong's defense, a viral message claimed that he initially paid for the VVIP suite offered to Minister Iswaran, but inadvertently claimed it as an expense from his joint organising partner, the Singapore Tourism Board. So this one already a bit iffy already lah. There's like some level of the string didn't snap. By the way, when I'm in this mode, both cameras are visible.
That's fine. We are tiny on the screen.
Yeah, we're tiny but everybody can see you like doing whatever nonsense. Okay, so try to claim from STV already it's like funny business, right? But it could just be chalked up to like a clerical error lah. Okay, Ong allegedly provided advance notice for F1 race renewal. Asia Sentinel added that inquiries made to reliable insider sources within Mr. Ong's reputed Old Boys Network suggested that Mr. Ong had provided advance notice to business contacts about the F1 race renewal.
Isn't that what businessmen do all the time though, right? I mean that those they go and promise that confirm will happen one. They go and tell other people that confirm will happen. Then everybody believes it confirm will happen. Then it happens.
I mean, end of the day, I don't know if this one is like specifically against the law or corruption or anything like that. Because you can talk a big game. I mean, business is all about talking a big game also. Then they end up later, you don't get the contract, then you look like you got egg on your face.
But then is it related to insider info or insider trading or some shit like that?
Yeah, I mean, that would be, I guess, a topic of like great interest to CPIB, which is to say that, is it because like can Mr. Ong make all this allegation or make all these like claims as a result of like some internal information, some little birdie whispering in his ear? So I guess that will be of great interest to the Singapore public. Certainly it will be of great interest to me.
John, I think what's great interest to you is that how do you join this old boys club?
First you have to be old, then you have to be a boy.
First of all, I'm not even the oldest person here. Second of all, you're older than me. Okay, and then the oldest person here is...
the head of ISD.
Jerry, I have to join this old boys club. I really need to. I need work, man. I need.
I'm not even in it, man.
You need this high amount of NTUC voucher.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have.
This is the membership price.
Fucking hell.
Fashion card.
I wonder if this Ong, right, shops at NTUC or NTUC Finest.
Maybe he shops at Jason's.
Like our old boy here, Dan Wong.
Hey, where? Sorry.
Jason's.
What the fuck is a Jason's? Is that...
Isn't Jason's marketplace like?
Yeah, Jason.
Oh, the one at
Real
Raffles City.
posh.
Is it? Yeah, the one is
Real
beyond my level.
posh.
Yeah, I can't afford anything there.
I can buy like granola there. That's all I can afford there.
Wow, high roller, ING.
I know. Occasionally, I like to live the high life. Granola bars.
Don't you guys think I look like Ong Beng Sing? I look at the camera, okay?
No.
You need to open your mouth. You need to open your mouth. Yeah.
Right, I do look like
a fucking goldfish. That's what you look like.
Oh man, I look like Ong Beng Sing.
Even your hair is also gold.
Ong Beng Sing, if you're listening to this, I look just like you. When I grow up, I just want to be just like you.
The goldfish that you are.
You should invite me to your old boys club. I'll do a mural on the wall for you. It's gonna be perfect.
Your fucking head,
I did not do it.
Yeah, look. Oh my god, you see? Pata your head. Look.
What is pata?
You fucking broke it, lah. How did you break this? How did you break this head?
This is
Because his head is too big.
Actually, technically, John's head is bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
And then mine is like perfectly fine. I shall prove it now. Everything is perfect. Except the string. Oh shit, the string just came out. Okay, let me just readjust. Okay, so
are they gonna go to jail? I just want to know.
I mean, if we reach this stage, the CPIB already submitted the documents, go to PM Lee, right? And then already asked for him to resign, right? Is he resign or is he like on leave?
He's taking on leave of absence.
He's on administrative leave. And then you need to grill him for like 10 hours.
Grill him like a yakitori.
Yes, grill him like...
Put a stick up his ass. Put him over the fire and roast him. Yeah.
Yum. 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 Yakitori, yum. Spicy.
Okay, so guys, this is unheard of, right? In Singapore, I mean, the reason why we're making such a big mess over this because it's unheard of that a minister would ever be corrupt, right? Never.
Well, it has happened before.
It has happened before.
Maybe NG, you want to...
What's that guy's name? Shit.
I feel like the de facto historian. You know more than me, man. You very history, man.
Ministers,
probably,
I don't know. But MP definitely got one.
Oh, okay.
Used to be the MP of Whampoa. Yeah, I don't remember his name. Of course,
you see, the reason why you guys cannot remember his name because our ministers in white are whiter than white.
Okay, so this guy Tay Chiang Wan. Right, he was a member of the PAP and then in charge of Housing Development Board as Minister for National Development. So he was kind of accused of corruption. He was investigated for corruption by the CPIB for accepting 2 bribes of 400k each in 1981 and 1982.
400k.
All right, and then at the time he was Minister for National Development and he accepted bribes totaling 1 million from 2 private companies for helping them retain and buy over a piece of state land for private development. So in 1986, Lee Kuan Yew, who was then the PM of Singapore, he approved an investigation on his corruption. So before he was charged for the offense, Tay committed suicide. And in his suicide note, he said that I have been feeling very sad and depressed for the last 2 weeks. I feel responsible for the occurrence of this unfortunate incident and I feel I should accept full responsibility.
Holy shit.
As an honorable Oriental gentleman, I feel it is only right that I should pay the highest penalty for my mistake. So basically, after he committed suicide, the AG couldn't proceed with the charges.
Because he did.
Because he did. How to investigate a dead man? I mean, you can, but you know, it's very difficult if you don't have him to corroborate.
He's committed Sudoku.
Sudoku, you mean?
Yeah, the other one that I know of was Zhu Yiqiang. Zhu Yiqiang was the MP of the Whampoa GRC. Well, Jalan Besar GRC and the Whampoa.
Jerry, how do you spell this? ZHU Zhu?
CHO.
Zhu.
Zhu Weiqiang. So he's quite lively in, you know, this was during the time when I was a PA member, so it was quite lively then.
Like 500 years ago. 500
years ago, yeah. So it was a surprise when that happened.
So what was he accused of?
Corruption, no?
But for what lah?
I think it was like falsifying payments and invoices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just like small little things lah.
it's also to do with his company, I think.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go. I'm reading.
Jerry, these amounts of money are very minuscule.
Yeah.
In 1980s, $1 million is a lot.
It's true.
No, Zhu Yikiang is like 2000, 10,000.
Okay. We are on different timelines.
Yeah, it's early 20s.
But the earlier one that he talked about was.
So how much did he like embezzle?
No, a lot.
How much did he take?
Like maybe not even 300,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus
No, because it's
Jesus Christ.
if you look at it, I can almost say that a lot of these things are probably like those kind of small little expenses where they just expense it to whichever. Because like fucking you see all the MPs and the ministers, right? They are board members of so many different boards, right? They just I just expense it to this board, expense it to that board,
So are you saying that it's accidental?
No, I would say
like this case with Iswaran.
I would say there are like probably, I think maybe Iswaran a bit more watertight, but a lot of these cases probably they're just like out of convenience. They do this, they do that. They didn't follow procedure.
You said that Iswaran is watertight. What do you mean? Like
the CPIB is a watertight case.
Yeah, if not, they would not bring it to them, the Prime Minister. Yeah.
Okay, what are our predictions for Iswaran? Is he going to be guilty or innocent, or is it just like what do you call that? Careless mistake kind?
I think it doesn't matter. Whichever way it swings, right, his political career is GG.
Yeah, I think so too. But what do you think is the probability of outcome?
I think he's gonna be charged right on like the most inane and mundane shit. But it's still like
by technicality.
Yeah, but it's still like against the Ministerial Code of Conduct or something like that. And then it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, he accepted this thing that was for $20,000 over a period of like 3 weeks, and then the Dell concert tickets was like $700. That kind of thing, like for that particular staffer, then go and claim against STB, that kind of. Then it will just be all so mundane and so stupid that everybody is just gonna be like, man, this is like the most awful case of corruption. Like no juicy detail that we can buy on. Yeah, no meat. Okay. But then the PAP peppies, they're gonna go fucking full on rabid and just like, see, we told you the system works. The system works, okay? That's why we do not have corruption anymore.
$1, you steal $10, you steal $100, you still don't care. You steal means you go to jail.
And then after that, the what do you call it? The WP rabid fans.
Yes.
What should we call them? We should call them like.
They just call Oppies.
Oppies, yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Peppies and Oppies, right?
Yeah, so the Oppies are just gonna also go and froth at the fucking mouth. And then after that, they're just gonna be like, oh my god, you see? We told you guys all along.
Own self, check own self. Oh my god, blah, 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 blah.
Are we so predictable that you can just simply
Bro, I have been waiting in like the cesspool of the internet, like the dregs of the internet for like years, okay? They are so predictable.
Okay, just as we leapfrog into the next topic, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I mean we talked about Iswaran for a while already.
Yes.
As we leapfrog into the next topic, I just want to reach a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, at the fucking inanity, right, and the fucking the huffing, the amount of huffing copium that the Oppies, right, have been doing in the light of Leon Pereira and Nicosia, when they all went like fucking hog wild, saying that, oh my god, I ran that video through an AI detector, and according to my super duper internet machine, okay, this is without a doubt 10,000% certain that it has been filtered by AI. It's been like, wow, we really know for sure that all of this, right, is 100% guarantee is fake. Okay, it's some like PAP people like trying to discredit Leon and Nicole. They're just trying to destroy our most favorite and treasured opposition member. All this I know for a fact that it's fake. Okay, and then after that they're just like, oh my god. Then they pour into detail, right? Oh my god, you see how many hands does Nicosia have? Oh my god, there's like 3 fucking hands. Okay, because of all the weird shenanigans the video editor had to do. Oh my god, what is the length of her fingers? According to my fucking digital measurement, okay, that I use my tape measure, go and put it up against my screen. Her fingers are 3 inches longer than what is listed on Wikipedia. Okay, guys.
Are you serious? You're not joking.
I'm not fucking joking. First
Like
of all,
some of them are kind of going down that conspiracy. But I would just say that like allegations of AI is just everywhere nowadays. Like even Andrew Tate, when like they leaked the voice messages on his WhatsApp or whatever, they were like, no man, that is fucking definitely AI generated. Everything is AI, because you just don't want to believe that it's true. Right. But I guess the other thing is just that it's so unbelievable that these two would be caught in public doing such things that you'll be like, can't be that stupid, right? Which is why I think a lot of like people are like, no, I don't believe that stuff.
actually, the funny thing about AI nowadays, right, is that
it's probably going to be a lot better resolution if you actually do an AI.
Yeah, correct. That's what I was about to say. The AI, the trick to spotting something created by AI, right, is that it's too perfect. In fact, I think what will happen, right, is that the people who generate all these things will need to include elements of imperfection in order for them to, like something like that fucking potato quality thing. That one is confirmed not AI. Okay, maybe some human editor have like some visual effect guy have like, you know, befuddled with the actual footage and all that. That's also possible. But I mean, all of us are media people. When I took a look at that thing, right, I'm just like, okay, this looks really bad. I did not suspect it was AI. I did not suspect it was edited, because actually all of the hallmarks looks like it was there. It doesn't look like there was some shenanigans going on.
John, why do you think the quality of the video is so bad though? I mean, if it was taken like even barely a few years ago, most people's phones would have a decent like
I think it was low light, right?
It was low light.
Yeah.
It could have been like an older phone, like a burner phone.
But plus, it's probably like super zoomed in.
Yeah, it was.
Because imagine like if you're like just next table to them, you wouldn't need to like. It would be quite obvious that you're taking a video or whatever. Yeah. So like I suspect whoever was recording was like a little bit away from them, so they probably have to zoom in low light situations.
If they spotted a camera like right next table, they probably won't do that kind of shit lah.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, like I have to say, right, when I first saw that video, right, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I didn't suspect that it was fake, but in my mind, I was also like, it's probably like he was trying to console her or whatever, or like he was just trying to be fresh or something. I don't know lah, but you would think that. I had this thing
where it was just like, there needs to be one hell of a context, right? I mean, I also suspected, is it, because, okay, Dan Wong.
Yes.
Give me a hand. I will fucking do this for you, alright? I will rub your
What is
hands.
the context that you would rub my hands?
I'm fucking you in the backside. That's the context, okay?
John, if you do that, right, you know Lydia is going to kill you, you know.
Yeah.
Wait. You and Lydia said that you cannot get anally penetrated.
What? Huh? Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's in our nuptials.
Oh.
I feel like Lydia will make an exception for
Only
me.
she can anally penetrate.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry.
I feel like I have special exceptions.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like
just like Iswaran.
What is the case where I can take a lady's hand and rub it in the same manner in such a way where it is socially acceptable and it is correct for the situation?
No, I don't think it's socially acceptable, especially in like a so-called conservative society like Singapore. But let's say that he could do that and not have an affair. Do you know what I mean? It could be the prelude to an affair.
Right.
Or like, trying to whatever.
It could be trying to, apply some moisturizer,
the lotion. Palm reading.
The old man humor is coming through. It's cutting like a knife.
But anyways, I think the general consensus is just that we cannot believe that it's so stupid for them to get caught in public like this.
I think that was the surprise. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing,
Yeah, and also, right, I just have to say that I think Leon Pereira is one of the best MPs we've had in Parliament. And, I'm just very sad that he had to leave under such circumstances. And I hope he comes back in some capacity to serve Singapore again in a bit. once this whole shit
I only
blows
hope
over.
for one thing. I only wish for one thing. If there's one thing that we all need to wish for, is just this one thing. This is not the beginning, right, of some curse manifestation. Like any people who come to the LongKangKitties will just lose their job, you know, or like Jibabu,
No, hang on. So far, it's not come to LongKangKitties. So far, it's anyone who goes on a podcast. Is Warren Leon.
So they shouldn't come to podcast.
Yeah,
is it?
he did. He
Oh
went
shit!
to a
Still got
podcast.
a lot of people like kena to go. I mean, like Jotio's gone on podcast. Oh wait. Shan has gone on podcast. She also kena.
Yeah. Vivian also recently
Vivian also
went. Yeah,
went,
then
also
after
kena.
is Warren.
Okay, waiting for Chan Chun Sing,
Chun-Sing
Lawrence
has gone
Wong.
on-
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for something to happen lah.
Okay.
Jotio, and then Indrani Raja also went on a podcast. I think recently. So like we just wait lah.
I didn't expect Indrani Raja to be so likable, to be honest.
Likable. What do you mean?
I think
podcast.
most of them are likable in person.
In real life, right? But when in Parliament, they become slavering bloodhounds.
Because you know, like everyone is likable when you're face to face, but when they have to do their job, you know, they may not be. They have to make decisions that are not likable.
Jerry, now you're friends with me, but when I one day betrayed,
Yes,
you know, in
when the
ISD
ISD
office,
comes for
you're-
you,
oh my God.
you know,
no
the
chance at all.
No,
the
no
ISD
special
have to do
exception.
their job.
No,
Maybe
even
he'll
if
give you
Warren-
extra like anal penetrations.
Jerry, if I flash my tits at you, you won't give me a chance.
Give you extra coffee, maybe. Like
sounds-
To keep you awake so you
keep
cannot
awake.
sleep.
That sounds very ominous.
So you'll be
extra
up
coffee is
all
not a
day,
good
all
thing in
night,
this case.
Oh my
and then he
God.
tortures you mentally as well as physically.
God.
I just want to say with this Leon and Nicole issue, you know, Workers' Party have probably expanded their East Coast plan.
Exactly. Nicosia,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is
whether
that in the book? Is that in the fucking book?
Yes, it was.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys do you guys think Nicosia knows how much power she has? Like I'm very certain that she has she's like almost like heavyweight level.
I
already.
was so excited about the next GE.
Exactly.
Because
she can
yeah,
contest.
Because like so many people are out already.
You were the one who said it, right? The greatest MP that never was.
Yeah, the greatest MP that never was. Like in all,
Heng Swee Keat is going to be out, right? I mean,
yeah, Heng Swee Keat probably will be out
Yeah.
by next GE. I mean, health concerns and probably I don't think people have trust in him anymore after his like
This
East
was
Coast plan.
to
his G
secure the
campaign
East Coast
last
plan,
year.
man. I'm telling you. This was
yeah,
to
and
secure
then
the East
also
Coast
like
plan.
Tharman is gone, Iswaran is gone, and then like I mean, you know, Tan Chuan Jin is gone. So,
so yeah,
like
this
quite a
is
lot of people are gone. So my prediction is that next GE
Nicosia will win the seat,
SDP will get in.
Oh really? You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
I think it's
Probably.
just like people are like fucking tired
a
of the
matter of
PAP
time,
and WP.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, fuck you all. I'm gonna vote for
So it's
SDP.
SDP's time.
PSP might
PSP.
even might even
PSP
sneak,
also. I think
Yeah.
PSP also had in the West Coast JRC,
Yeah.
I still remember that they
they
were
might sneak one.
They
in.
were
they
pretty
were
close.
very close. It was like a difference of like 5,000.
And also, right, like I mean, people like to shit on Leong Man Wai a lot, and
including myself.
including John, and like he always gonna whack in Parliament quite jialat, right? But I would say that I think the average person, right, even if you don't agree with what he says, you kind of start to like the guy because he's got such a innocent face, right? Then when he gonna bully, right, then you're like, are you very poor thing, eh? then you're like when he gets like whacked down, right, then he stands up again and he says like some stupid shit, then you're like, this guy, he's got some kind of like great endurance.
You respect perseverance more so
there's
than
a certain amount of grit in the guy.
competence.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a
you
lot
have to
of
have
I would
both
just like
lah.
to point out that Leong Man Wai has a certain amount of privilege, you know, and then all his perseverance and endurance.
No,
is
I'm just saying
a-
that like I think there is like a certain population in Singapore that
Right.
resonates with
Of
Leong
course,
Man Wai.
of course, yeah.
And
endearing
depending,
that way.
yeah, and not just endearing, like they are like even I have seen a slight, I guess, increase in his support for him. I think over the last couple of months.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting to see like what's going to happen in the next GE. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna like cut through all of this right now with if we all know that according to Mr. Pritam Singh that actually the affair between Leon and Nicole has already ended
yeah.
in 2021 or 2022, right? Basically ended almost a year ahead of time. Before.
Okay, so wait.
Somebody took a video of them two and sat on the video for at least a year.
Yep.
Okay, who do we think is taking this video and sitting on it for 1 year?
I mean, do we even need to
Could be
say
anyone,
out?
man.
It's very, I mean, okay, people who say that there's a conspiracy, like clearly there's an uncanny like timing to all of it, like especially with regards to the time that they released the video, especially when also the driver, Leon Pereira's driver, was interviewed. You can't find a person and interview him like this, like in a day or 2 days. All right, like you need to have that info on hand.
No, yeah, and exactly, you know, it's like if Asia One can find you in 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Then your records must be public, what? You know, why do you need to be anonymous?
Well, I mean, the driver one, maybe the guy just wanted to say something.
Maybe.
Then after that, they managed to verify his employment records, and that they decided to put him on because can verify him quite easy, and it's quite easy there. If you have, like, for example, your payslip from last time, and then it can be like a company that Leon has owned, for example.
So anyways, right, like I think TOCA, the online citizen Asia, reported about like some links to the guy Edmund Chua.
The driver.
No, not the driver. Like who found the driver and why was the driver interviewed by Asia One, blah blah blah, shit like that. And then Shanmugam came. So according to Shanmugam, there was some allegations that he was involved in the finding of the driver and the interview or some shit like that, I guess.
Right.
So then Shanmugam came out to say that I'm just going to read Shanmugam's clarification. False post by Online Citizen Asia, the Online Citizen Asia. They have put up a post today which is false in relation to me. First, there is a suggestion that an employee of Asia One, Edmund Chua, used to work in my constituency. That is so. The innuendo is that I must have tipped off Edmund to contact the ex-driver of Mr. Pereira, and that is how Asia One managed to get him. This is false. I do not know the ex-driver. I do not have his contact or name, and I did not tip off or give any information to the ex-driver to anyone, including Asia One. I have no such information, and I haven't dealt with or spoken with Edmund Chua about this matter at all. So the other...
Angie, are you reading this out to imply grave innuendo, as our Prime Minister keeps saying in the readout cases law?
So
grave innuendo and suspicion.
No. So I read the actual article. In fact, if I didn't see Shanmugam's post before I read the article, I wouldn't even have connected him to...
By the way, this is also the first time I've heard Shanmugam's name drop into this whole matter about this fella reaching out to the driver, which is... Oh my god!
No, because
the deeper we dive into this, the more I fear.
It's like the whole it's like you know the murder board and then all the red lines going everywhere. Yeah, it's just very fucking funny. But anyways, right? Like, so when I read the article on Online Citizen, I didn't even realize that was what they're so-called insinuating. Then I was like, really, man? But anyway, so you know what is happening because of his clarification, Shanmugam's clarification, is that the oppies are now rabbit already. If fake, then you issue POFMA lah. Issue POFMA. If you never issue POFMA, then it must be real.
Oh shit.
So like now it's just like this whole like cesspool of people who are just off in their own conspiracy theory heaven.
I never thought there will come a day where POFMA will be weaponized against the government itself.
It's happening quite often now.
And it's like really... But the thing is, right, the government actually doesn't use POFMA that often.
Yeah.
And they use it in like a very specific manner for a lot of times. Like there are things that's just being said that's just like complete nonsense, completely false. And then they don't POFMA anyone. But then it's like very specific. Suddenly we'll just be like, oh, we need to POFMA you for like this one detail instead of like the 26th Saturday is a 26th Sunday, you know, like they POFMA you for like the most technical detail possible. I mean, it's a good thing lah. I rather they use the power in this way so that it's a very narrow and very specific application of this type of powers, rather than, oh, you got this broad stroke, you got this narrative wrong, you got this opinion wrong, fuck you, take it down. Okay, like I rather that happen.
No, but I just think it's so funny that like people are just jumping onto this POFMA thing that if you did not issue a POFMA, it means that
Must
it's
be real.
real.
Yeah. Well,
So now you're just like fucked either way. Because you issue, right, it will be like, oh, I don't believe you because according to the POFMA rules, it's the government that says what's true and what's not true.
Yes.
And then now if you don't issue, right, then you're like, oh, it must be true lah, for sure. So like GG, yay!
I'm just glad the majority of Singaporeans like don't know about these secret slavering bands of Peace and Peppy supporters.
Oh my
God! Undergoing their shadow war in the darkest corner of the internet.
I think you'll be surprised, like the amount of people who actually get this kind of shit passed through their WhatsApp university.
Right.
Like just
a lot of shit.
Some of my friends who don't even follow politics are like sending me conspiracy shit, and I'm like,
I'm telling you, man.
even you get them.
That fucking Monday, my cousin's chat group, right, was
Jibabu.
Right.
And I woke up and like, what the fuck's going
What was
on?
in your cousin's chat group, sir?
Look, I'm the second youngest in my family. On both sides.
Wow.
Okay. So my cousins are in their
Dinosaurs,
50s and
Okay.
and 5,000 years old,
Okay.
So they have a lot of things on their WhatsApp and they share a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like typically it's like, the good morning thing that Clipper shares. Right? But a bit more jialat, right?
What do you mean a bit more
A bit
jialat?
more jialat. Some of them are religious. Right?
okay,
Then that morning, Monday morning, like fucking exploded, like everyone is talking about it. I'm like, what the fuck's going on, man?
okay, let's put it this way. Okay, I'm getting a lot of messages with the WhatsApp tag forwarded many times.
Yeah, exactly.
And then so right, like there's this WhatsApp message that's going through like my group chats and everything, right? And it's this headline where people there was some like very intrepid like Redditor or whatever put together screenshots of like how Straits Times has been reporting like the WP and PAP scandal, the affair scandals.
Oh yeah,
and then so like for example,
specific wording of it, yeah.
So for example, for WP, right, Straits Times YouTube uses extramarital affair, and then for PAP they use inappropriate relationship, and then WP is also mentioned way more in the thumbnails and titles. Basically, right? So the insinuation is that somebody's out to make WP look bad.
Right.
And then like for me, right, I'm like, it's good that you do this, ST, but how many people read your articles and how many people go to your YouTube versus all the people who are getting this particular screenshot with this particular commentary in their like WhatsApp. So I mean,
in other news,
you can play
water is wet.
Yeah, I mean, like you can play all this kind of stupid shit, but like we have social media now, so
what Straits Times needs to do is to gain on a WhatsApp news angle.
they need to
What Straits
disseminate.
Times need to do is to stop fabricating numbers for their readership. Okay, that's what they need to do.
Burn.
Nice. Oh shit. Maybe they're not fabricating. Maybe they're just people buying Straits Times to use the newspaper to lay for their dogs to shit on.
Yeah,
It's already been proven that it's fabricated, Jerry.
I need to wipe my glass panels,
Yeah.
all the squeaky with the glass cleaners and all that.
I need to go and buy some Straits Times because I need to replace my my cat's.
But so I guess
water bowl
like
thing.
so I guess like the other thing is obviously the whole takedown of Tan Chuan Jin. Like the whole timeline of a takedown is because of one person who in his free time, very boreal, got nothing better to do, right? Went and sit through parliamentary proceedings and then heard the fucking populist.
I got a feeling, right? This
whisper.
guy, I think he looked at the waveforms. He just looked at the waveform, right? Because normal people we listen at the normal volume, right? We cannot see it. We cannot hear it. But you look at the waveform, right? And then you see, what's this? Because this is how I catch Dan Wong, right? When he does his sniffing. He does this, right? He does this endlessly, okay?
So you can recognize the waveform of all like sniffing.
No,
I
and
can
then
recognize
he
his
shake
sniffing.
his leg.
Or shake leg, never mind. That one is just my personal discomfort. But doesn't affect the audio. But then he's sniffing, right? And then he tries to be sneaky, Sometimes he turns away. But there's a slight bump in the thing. And then I can see it, I can see
Beautiful.
I can see your nose.
You know.
Yeah, I can see your like. You like to say like.
You can
Yes.
see through
Yeah.
the matrix. So you
I
look
can-
at the
can-
waveform
yes,
and you
yes.
When I was editing, I can see also. Yeah.
I see.
Okay, wait. So what we are saying here, right, is that there's one person in the
Yes.
universe
Yes.
who goes through parliamentary
Autistic enough
audio and then looks for these kind of waveforms.
Possible.
And in all the many fucking hundreds and thousands of hours, he somehow managed to find this hot mic moment where Tan Chuan Jin said, fucking populist.
Yes. That's quite amazing, right? Don't you think so?
All I want to say is bless the artists and the.
Thank you very
autistic-
much,
Yeah,
sir,
thanks.
And
for
and
your
the,
service to the country.
and
service.
and the,
Parliament otakus.
and the weaponized autism that has brought us to this place.
Yeah.
If not, I mean the series of events, right? It feels like this guy, he didn't know the consequences of his choices. It's like he saw this thing, right, and then he didn't realize, right, that you just endlessly cascade into the fucking disaster.
Butterfly effect, man. It's a
into
huge butterfly effect,
into
man.
the fucking Michael Bay movie that we are in right now.
Actually, you know what happened? Because I went down the rabbit hole to track
Right.
this shit down.
Right.
So I think under like one of the Reddit threads, right? Somebody commented, this like random person commented, hey, I think he said fucking populous. And then somebody else, this particular user who has many threads in the R Singapore forum, right? He picked that up, like that person's comment, and then he made it into an entire thread by itself. Then that thread took off and then spread to like Hardware Zone and EDMW and all that kind of shit. And then it just blew up.
If it wasn't for these two gentlemen, Tan Chuan Jin would just retire quietly.
Yeah, he could have had an amazing career, but it's because of like these two amazing people,
Amazing.
Redditors, that blew this shit up. So basically,
I love our
right?
otakus.
So, you know, and CNA has been very on the ball recently. Like they make
Right.
timelines and everything, and I've been really enjoying it. So for Tan Chuan Jin, right? It's also similar to Nicosia and Leon Pereira, like after G 2020. I think like it's just like all the heightened emotion and passion.
Correct.
PM Lee was alerted to the relationship between Tan Chuan Jin and Cheng Li Hui, right? And he says he doesn't know when it began. And then both of them were spoken to and counseled. So
Like little children.
little children. Which is also very strange, right? Like imagine like the freaking PM of Singapore is
Yeah.
counseling you about your affair.
Yeah.
And then, so that was 3 years ago. And then in February of this year, PM Lee spoke to Mr. Tan again because he heard rumors that it was still going on. And then Mr. Tan admitted what he did was wrong. And then he offered his resignation this year in February. And then PM Lee accepted. Then PM Lee said that the residents need to be taken care of in his constituency.
Like he's the person delivering the food.
So
to the,
technically, Tan Chuan Jin resigned already, but he's
Yes.
still like Speaker of
serving his
Parliament.
notice, yes.
Yeah, and then PM Lee also talked to Miss Cheng about the relationship. Then April this year, he was caught for the unparliamentary language, right? And then it goes unnoticed. And then in July 10th, I guess this is when it started to blow up in a Reddit thread. Yeah. And then on the July of 11th, he apologizes for his hot mic comment. By July 17th, both of them announced their resignations. Mr. Tan and Miss Cheng. So, yeah lah.
Actually, I'll be honest, right? When I first heard that audio, I didn't believe it either.
You thought it was AI?
No, I didn't think it was AI, but I didn't think he said what he said. It might have. I heard the fucking, but the other word, right, was a bit garbled.
For me, it was the other way around. I couldn't hear the fucking, I could hear the populist.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this is like
It's
points
like the
to
dress, you know, like the dress that is white and blue and then like whatever color.
Yeah.
I want us all to quickly vote now, very quickly vote on which affair do you think is worst?
I don't think either
Worst.
affair. I don't give a
Worst.
shit about that.
What do you mean by worst? What is the
No,
definition
doesn't
of
matter.
worst?
You decide. You decide what are your qualifiers for worst.
I think the only person who should have resigned is the Cheng Li Hui.
It's the woman's fault.
What, are you blaming the woman now?
No, it's because she is an incompetent MP. She's actually MP
how you know
of
this?
my GRC.
Oh.
I've never ever seen her
She's
ever.
supposedly a Nepo baby, right?
Yeah, she's a Nepo baby. And then also, right, like I've never seen her around. Like, and then a lot of people after this happened, they were like, huh? She's my MP.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my friends living around the area, like they were like, I thought it was Baey Yam Keng. It's her. Never seen her ever, okay? And then like
but she was the one who championed the freezing of the woman's eggs, the issue. She was the one who brought it up in Parliament.
So other people could have brought it up.
And you were like that. Just give credit when credit
Just
due.
give credit lah.
I mean, come on, like this is a very mundane thing. She also like championed other things like not the rise of like our transport fees.
Which is a serious concern.
No, she said it was good to like.
Correct. She was defending.
She was defending it.
The increase of the transportation fee.
So yeah, I mean like.
If Tan Chuan Jin was not the Speaker of Parliament and merely a normal member of Parliament in the PAP and they were having like an affair, do you think it would be as egregious?
Honestly, I don't think an affair should be punishable. I mean, like by resignation. I think, and I'm not saying this because Leon Pereira got caught. Okay. In fact, I'm on record in the LongKangKitties Discord the weekend before all this happened. When I said that I think politicians having an affair is like salt on rice. You know, it's just the fucking most mundane shit ever. I don't give a shit about what consenting adults do in their private time if A, it doesn't affect their work, and B, there's no Me Too, right? So I don't understand why they have to resign over this.
No, you understand. You know. I mean, you don't internalize, but you understand. It's to do with like integrity and trust, and you can betray these very sacrosanct, close, intimate relationships. You surely can.
I think it's just fucking bullshit, lah. I think people gatekeeping marriage is like.
In Italy, you need to have an affair to be a PM, man. To be an MP, man.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just retarded.
The PM also had an affair. I think one of the Italian Prime Minister.
Berlusconi, many affairs.
But it is so common. It's so fucking common. And if you have like any idea, if you still have like, I don't know, ideals about fidelity in your relationships or in your marriage, then okay lah, good for you lah. But I think the majority of us probably are very pragmatic about this.
While I would normally agree with you, I think Singapore is a fairly unique case in terms of like how elevated our politicians are.
Yeah, exactly. And
even in the regular zeitgeist, and from the point of view of the PAP leadership and membership, stating that they are these like superhuman ubermenschers who are like head and shoulder above the rest of us in terms of intellect, prowess, wisdom, and whatever.
This is what I say in the readout case. If you didn't put yourself like above everything else, oh, I'm above like greed, I'm above like lust, I'm above this, right? Nobody will give a shit because everywhere else in the world, right, politicians are actually despised people. We don't like look up to them as moral people who should show us the way to morality, okay?
But that's the conundrum in all of this, right? Which is that the rise of PAP in terms of like how it attained and seized power was the public the advertisement now.
And also, let's not forget, right, the whole problem of Yaw Shin Long and the Michael Palmer incident. So first, like, Yaw Shin Long was caught, and then they made a big hoo-ha about it, so that the guy got like expelled, or he
ran away also.
Yeah, and then they had a by-election, and then very shortly after, Michael Palmer got caught.
Yeah,
and then
and Michael Palmer was let go almost immediately, right? Yeah. He was very fast, and they also had to call a by-election.
And it's because of Yaw Shin Long. If we didn't have that precedent of him being like expelled and caught, whatever. Then I don't think they would have given a shit about Michael Palmer, honestly speaking.
It's like, if you do this, then it must be applied equally to that.
Yeah. And I think it's just like very kind of outdated lah. Like, come on. Who's not like, okay, let's just say, I think the rates of affair, right, like in the normal population is anywhere from like 10 to 20%. Okay.
Maybe
and if we
more.
apply that, I mean,
more.
Statistically, that is reported. Okay, I mean, I think probably more now, especially with the younger generation and the availability of dating apps and all that kind of stuff. And also, let's not just discount like what is cheating, right? Like right now, a lot of my friends are going through this thing where they are trying to figure out what is cheating to them, because like, does your boyfriend liking and commenting on an Instagram model or sliding into a DM, is that cheating now? Like, these are all new things, right? So basically, I would say that we are just in this very outdated mode where we cling on to this like false morality, and then but while people spout like all Christian shit here and there, oh, I'm so faithful to God shit and whatever, and then like, you know, behind the facade they are doing this shit. Don't even listen to your PM.
Does that anger you, man?
No, not really.
No, but okay. So
I have no expectations of fidelity.
This is the part where like I said, normally I'll agree with you in terms of like, okay, we can deconstruct all of this like human vows and human pleasures, right? But then after that we just say, oh yeah, no, but we actually don't really know what's inside the human heart. But that's the thing, right? Is like if you say all these things, then after that demonstrating that you actually cannot do what you say, then therefore this is a representation of your competence also. Okay, let's just say, for example, I run on a platform. Okay, no, maybe not me lah. I'll just use Dan Wong as an example because he's a good scapegoat. Dan Wong run on a platform saying that, oh, I can have 13 wives and I'm going to have like 40 kids with each of these women. And then
basically, Dan Wong is Andrew Tate lah.
Yeah, basically. But then after that, oh yeah, I have a OnlyFans whorehouse. Okay,
it's only hands because it's AI.
Yeah.
It's only hands because it's just him jerking himself off in the camera. Okay. Then I also have an online crypto casino. I'm also possibly linked to several international fraudsters. But vote me as one of your politicians. Okay, if you get elected on this platform, right? Okay, then later you have this like affair with your 14th girlfriend or whatever. Then it's like, okay lah, we can close two eyes. It's consistent. Yeah. But right now the entirety of the PAP platform, in fact, all of our politician platform is, look at us, we are so virtuous. We are worthy of your vote, right? Precisely because we do not betray other people, right? We do not betray our vows. We keep our promises.
We do not betray other people.
Yeah, I mean, when we say betray other people, we mean like our spouses lah. Like we made a vow to say that we're going to be faithful, and then we do not betray our spouses.
Completely okay to betray your political like opponents.
Yeah.
Okay lah, that one is a matter of interpretation lah. I mean, all this is see how you control the information only ma. I mean, look, I know what you're talking about, but from the
what am I talking about?
Are you talking about a certain fruit seller who died of a heart attack in Malaysia?
Yes.
Okay.
Ate too much durian and drink XO.
Oh my god, what was I gonna say? Okay. But all of that, right, like betraying your political former allies or whatever, all this is a matter of interpretation. But then, for example, betraying your wife, right, is a much more straightforward thing. If you have an affair, right, basically, you have a inappropriate relationship, as the PAP call it, you are therefore betraying the person that you claim that you love, that you claim that you will be faithful to. So then, why do I not take this, right, as a diminishment of your character, of the things you say, so on and so forth?
Because you have no idea what's going on in their marriage.
Yeah, but then you can always divorce first, ma. And okay,
there are people who don't divorce because they want to be there for the kids. Right? They could have like separate bedrooms for 10 years and no sex, and they don't even talk to each other, but they're there for the kids.
It's funny
like,
because
how do you know? Like, this is what a lot of like some of my friends are doing. They don't want to get divorced because it's too much trouble to ferry the kids to and fro. You know, and they just stay together. But they don't even talk to each other.
Somehow
it's so weird. Like they just treat each other hey.
But does it work, Angie? Does it work? Or is it like a very dysfunctional kind of work?
It's dysfunctional, but then people choose that because they cling on to this outdated idea of the nuclear family, then that you know, parents need to be there for the kids, blah blah blah.
Then again, sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's already they've come to a point where, you know, they're already too old. And they've gotten to a point where,
and
you know,
or they don't want people to talk about like them getting divorced, or you know, they are afraid of like public censure.
Like,
so they just keep it together, and you know, you live your life, I live my life. It's like we don't know what the fuck is going on in other people's like relationships, so I don't give a fuck.
But then if it turns out that none of this was happening, then would you say that the infidelity was a wrong thing? Okay, if none of that thing that you just mentioned happened.
Infidelity is wrong, cheating is wrong. But does it matter in my politician? I don't care.
So, like I said, the fact of the matter is they have run on the platform of such of things like, okay, I'm virtuous, I'm trustworthy, I don't betray people, so on and so forth. This is their platform. This is specifically what they have been saying.
In the context, I think what what you're saying is they are basically hypocrites. You say one thing, yet you do another. Therefore,
Dude, they are politicians.
Yeah, I know.
It's just so sad, right?
Yeah.
That we have to lay in the bed that we make.
Am I just too jaded? Like, I just don't give a
You
fuck.
are a
I'm
bit
like,
jaded, yes.
I'm just like,
Yes.
as long as your policies are sound, as long as you perform in parliament, then whatever the fuck platform you run on, I don't really care.
I'll say I agree fully with you. Like
Yeah.
when this happened, right? When all this happened, right? I was like in the middle of all the product launches for my flight sim stuff. I'm like, they stop contaminating my post with all this shit. I don't want to hear all this nonsense.
Jerry.
Go and fight each other. I don't care.
Oh, Jerry.
Angie, were you the person that asked before? This is outside of the podcast where I was like, oh, in the future you're running a company, and then you have this colleague who performs very well in the company and brings money in for the company, but then he's having an affair with his wife, and then he bets on his wife.
He's a wife.
Sorry. Oh my god, sorry. I was just droning on, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? And then you are the person who said, yeah, I'll just let him, as long as he doesn't bring his shit into the office, like I'll be happy to work with him. Something.
I
like
don't
that.
think you asked me that, but that's
Right.
probably my reply. Like, if he doesn't fuck anybody in my company,
Yeah.
then I don't give a fuck lah. None of my
would-
business what.
I would say the same thing also. Like if your private life doesn't affect his professional life, then there's no reason to terminate this person. Right?
I think that's like
My stance on this is the same as my stance on 377A. Okay? Whatever like consenting adults do in their bedroom is none of my business, and I don't want to care.
But this is getting like we are increasingly getting into a very connected world where people are getting like cancelled left and right for also very innocuous reasons, for things that maybe they said like 10 years ago, for example. To
Yeah.
the point where I don't know if it's sufficient, right, for us to just simply say that, oh, whatever you do in your bedroom is your tai chi. I think we need to go one step further and say, whatever you do in your bedroom that you don't publicize, that you don't run on a platform on, is your tai chi. So what I mean by this, another thing that could happen, so let's say in your example, in your hypothetical, right? Okay, this person brings in a lot of money, has an affair. Okay. But then now, right, use another example. All his clientele, right, are all hardcore Christian people. They find out about the affair and they say to you as the boss, if you don't get rid of this guy, I'll cut off my contract. Then what do you do?
Of course, I'll get rid of him.
Yeah, lah. So you see, but that's the thing, right? It's like, wait, hang on a second. Why should I even get rid of him? This guy, he was the one who brought in the sales, right? He was but then now it's like you're using your influence to and threaten me to fire this guy because of something that he did, right, that did not agree with you philosophically, which has nothing to do with business. But then at the same time, you made it about business. And I think this is what we have been doing this whole time. We have made everything about everything. Like when we talk about let's say we talk about certain issues, right? After that, we're just like, oh, if you don't say something about this particular issue, you are in tacit agreement of this issue. You see, like, oh, if you don't like outright claim that, oh yeah, 377A is bad, right? Then therefore you are actively killing gay people, for example.
I know that happens a lot in the West, but I don't think our audience.
I think it's happening enough online, at least in the online sphere, that it has bleed into the real world a little bit. And I think
blend into reality.
Yes, I think it really has. And I think this is going to be a problem that's going to get worse and worse. Like we are rapidly turning away from a world where Angie would like to be, which is, okay, if you're competent, you just go and do. Okay, I don't care about your other thing. Like you have a failing marriage, your wife kicks you out of the house, your children hates you, whatever, I don't care. You can bring the money, you got good policy, okay, you stay on. This is
So that's my whole. Okay, so basically, I think what you're saying is that they are not. They are basically being hypocrites and like not doing what they're saying. But I am coming from the point of view that this is a great thing, because with this, like with all these scandals happening, I think it's great because like it stops people from putting them on a pedestal. And we shouldn't be putting like politicians on a pedestal. Like, why the fuck are you ascribing all these moral like things to them when you don't know them?
Hang on. The politicians put themselves on a pedestal.
Yeah, they did.
They said it themselves in order to get themselves
Yes,
elected.
but this is from the start of like the PAP. But now it's become a thing where the citizens say and the citizens believe that the politicians are on a pedestal. Right? Like, I think most of Singaporeans would say that, like, yeah, our ministers are of a higher caliber, blah, blah, than the average mortal, like we are just plebeians and blah, blah, blah. They deserve their high salaries, all of that. And I think, like, if you can perform, then that's great lah. But let's not make them into deities. Let's not just fucking idolize these people. And I think it's a good thing.
But
we need to divorce all this morality from our politicians.
But we are in fact idolizing them. If you look at Nicosia as an example, she's not even an MP yet. Already people are already like, for example,
that's my problem with that.
You say, oh,
that's
she's
actually my problem with
greatest MP that's never been. We are already idolizing these people. We are putting them on a platform, even if it's like implicit or not explicit, that they may not have said certain things, but
how am I idolizing her? I'm going by her past statistics of almost winning against Goh Chok Tong, Heng Swee Keat, who was touted to be our next PM. Okay, like she has had an amazing record at GEs.
Yeah. At GEs lah. But
so how is that idolizing if I'm like...
Because of what? Like how, like what has she done?
Populism lah, popularity lah.
Yeah, correct. So it is the
nobody is putting her on a pedestal.
I don't think you believe that.
Okay,
I don't think that's the...
Maybe you don't put her on a pedestal, but certainly enough people do.
I think the average guy probably sees her as damn cute. Damn chill. Like, you know, the girl next door, they'll definitely vote for her because she looks very good. Otherwise, like she has
audiences uncomfortable.
No, it's just you uncomfortable. Well, the rest of our audiences.
She's putting words in the mouth of the average guy. I'm the average guy. How can you think
you're not the average guy? You're fucking like degenerate.
I think I'll accept that as a compliment.
I don't think it was a compliment. But okay, if you want to take it as such.
No, but okay, I mean, there definitely will be varying schools of thoughts on this lah. I'm personally, Angie, don't get me wrong.
I know. We're just having a philosophical discussion.
Yeah, I'm personally of the idea that real life, your personal life and your work life, right, should remain as separate as possible. And I really don't want to see a case, right, where somebody gets fired because of what they said online, or somebody gets removed from a position when... Okay,
wait. Should Tan Chuan Jin be removed because of the fucking populist comments?
No. Yes. I also don't think so. No.
Yes, he's supposed to be the Speaker of Parliament.
Like I said, the problem is okay, yeah, you're correct. He's supposed to be independent, and they have made themselves, once again, they put themselves on this like elevated platform where they're like, oh, you know, me as a speaker, I'm better than all of you. And therefore, as a result of that... Wait,
that's in the Constitution. That's not the PAP.
Okay, yeah, in the Constitution. Then as a result, right, they have to now follow their own rules, right? You cannot create a rule and then later don't follow it. So this is but generally speaking, first of all, what he said, right, in his defense, in that this is just his opinion. I'm sure the man is entitled to his opinion. I mean, I don't like that guy, right? I don't like what he did with the...
No, in Parliament, where he's working as a speaker.
Correct. But he wasn't intending for the thing to be picked up, for his opinion to be picked up. If he had outright said it, fucking populist, or he said it somewhere like in his rebuttal towards James, I think that's a separate thing. But in his private thoughts, right, he mouthed it out, and then it got picked up inadvertently. I think it's too crazy, right, for us to say that he deserves to be fired. And don't forget, this standard will apply to future oppositions that may be put in the same position. So do we really want our favorite, if let's say Nicosia now is the Speaker of Parliament, and then later she comes up fucking peppy, and then it's like, oh my god, we got to get rid of her now. We got to, like, are you willing to accept
actually,
that?
If she fucks up like that,
I would like her even more, actually.
No, that's the thing. I don't think.
We're all contradictory creatures.
Okay, but
I don't think that
for the record, I don't think he should have been fired for that. Or actually, I don't think he should have had to resign for that.
Okay.
But I do think that what it does do is bring up that glaring problem that we have where everything is just very one-sided, I guess.
Yeah, but
for example,
that's the nature of our governmental system, right? It is very one-sided.
Yeah, they made it that way, right?
Yeah, so anyways.
So what do you think will happen? Okay, let's say none of these affairs happen, but only the hot mic incident happened. So what should he be?
I think it would have been a non-affair lah. He would just
he apologized.
He actually did an apology, and his apology was like a non-apology.
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, like before he took down all his social media on his IG, after the apology about the fucking populist statement, the next very post he made was about a free dental clinic for poor people. So is that not like fucking populist or what?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? The thing is, right, when John asked me to draw the artwork, right, I was gonna like, fucking populist, then HDB flat, free this, free that, GST voucher. That was what I was gonna draw.
GST voucher.
We are only populist, right, when it's time for the votes.
Yeah, elections.
Then later, once we get the votes,
we are
not
the populist
elites
anymore. Yes, yeah.
Fuck you all.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even understand, this whole bit about being populist. Like, how do you even define it?
Okay, there's like two schools of thought. I think the main thing is whether you are pro-establishment or anti-establishment. If you are pro-establishment but you want to help the people, you are not a populist. If you are anti-establishment but you want to help the people, then you are a populist.
Okay.
So that's like the functional, the basic of it.
But isn't James Lim being a parliamentarian part of the establishment?
No, he's trying to take down the PAP.
He's trying to take down the PAP.
He's trying to make the PAP look back, right? I mean, I think like the response to fucking populist was when James brought up the fact that we need a poverty line so that we can help people.
Okay.
And Singapore doesn't have like an official poverty line, so called.
Yeah, we have. Our Singapore government has been adamantly against like a uniquely Singapore poverty line. They have been using international standards. The $1. No, wait, what was it? Like $1.30, $1 USD per day or something like that. Like some ridiculous.
I can't
line.
remember, but anyways, I think one of the reasons they adamantly refuse to draw a poverty line is the excuse that they give is that what if we draw the line and then the people right above the line cannot get help, which is like, okay, fair enough. But at the same time, but at the same time, like it's also happening now with whatever like criteria that you have, right? Okay. So yeah, so I think the thing about the poverty line is that it gives you a very unofficial figure about who is under the poverty line and how many % of people are under the poverty line, so-called.
But to be fair also, this poverty line issue, right, is one of those things where I'm just like, there's no like unity in terms of like what exactly is the poverty line.
There's no consensus.
There's no consensus. And then after that, there will be people who are just like, okay, if let's say Singapore now draws a poverty line and say, okay, let's say it's 2,000 Sing dollars per month, or 1,500. Then after that, they'll say, well, actually, that's not the real poverty line because in Singapore, you need a laptop, you need a handphone, you need this, you need that. Therefore, the actual real poverty line. That one is
relative poverty line.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's impossible to please everybody.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think like there can be a line that is drawn to say that, okay, this is at the very least, these are the people that we need to be helping and what are the things that they need. So for example, if you're talking about like laptop, handphones, blah, 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 this and that, I just read a report recently that said that, during COVID, right, during the circuit breaker, we were supposed to have like X number of laptops or phones per household for the poorest of the poor, right? So that they can still access like online learning or whatever. And because of the resumption of normal activities, right now, like it's not gone any higher. So a lot of like these households, right, where there are multiple children, they're still using like or sharing one laptop per household, which then impedes their learning and education. So like, I mean, these things are really hard to quantify, right? Because like, what are we talking about? We are not in freaking Africa or like, the poor parts of Africa or something where you
That's
don't need...
That's a stereotype, by the way, Angie. Oh my God.
I said poor parts of Africa, fuck you, all right? Poor parts of Africa. We are not in like some kind of like third world village where we...
Why must use Africa? Because black people?
Okay, third world country.
John, are you trying to get ourselves cancelled?
Yeah. So anyways,
no, I didn't mention Africa.
I am just saying, we are in a place where it is very difficult if you don't have such mobile devices, right? But what do we need to give them? Do we need to give them the latest iPhone? No, right? But clearly they do need to have all these things to survive in this world currently.
So I think just as a neat little bow to tie it off so that we have a balanced worldview before we move on to the next topic. My understanding is that the Singapore government is instituting something called the Befriender, or is it they have already done it already? They've already done it, if I'm not wrong. Basically, is somebody attached to it's a bit like a social worker / bureaucrat which is someone who can more or less expedite the system on a case-by-case basis. So let's say you're just above, let's say whatever quantifiable poverty line, then you have like one laptop, one handphone, then it's like on the surface it doesn't look like you're poor, but because you have like maybe what MG said, like for example, you have 3 kids in secondary school. Then after that, as a result, right, this is impeding. Then after that, the befriender will just be okay lah. We need to expedite certain things so that we can just like solve this one problem for this household now, even though they don't typically meet certain criteria. So okay lah, it's imperfect. Sure,
I do think that
we'll
like
have people fall through the cracks as per usual, but there is some movement in this particular area lah. So to be fair to Angie's criticism also, this is just one aspect of the Singapore government that is often not talked about. Okay.
Do you think we could also like get rid of those like that BMI system that everybody is talking about? Yeah, because like then I will not be classified as borderline obese because I'm not. I don't think I am. But because of the way the lines are drawn, you know.
Yeah, I'm also borderline obese.
what? You?
Yeah.
How are you borderline obese?
It's like 24.8. 25 is obese.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Sucks,
Okay.
man.
But Demong,
Yes.
you are turning into a chubs.
Hello, Cho.
I've seen you turning rounder and rounder year by year, bro.
Cho.
Okay.
Orange chunky, man.
It's okay. Chunky cats are cute. Anyways, moving on. So we've got a new speaker now.
All right.
Mr. Seah Kian Peng is now our new speaker.
I'm sorry. Well, the last I heard, there was a deputy in charge, and then now it's a different.
No, there's a new guy already.
So they just appointed him.
He has one of those names, right, that I will never remember.
Seah Kian Peng. He is the CEO of NTUC, right? I think. Is it?
4 inches.
Who? Wait, hang on. Which is he an active MP?
Yeah. He's like
Holy shit!
dude, you don't know him?
No.
Okay, his face is very forgettable. I have to say that.
His name is also impossible to remember.
So
I barely remember my own MP
he
now.
served as Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Singapore between 2011 and 2016. So yeah, so now his wiki haven't updated yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so he
Oh
is
my
an
god, the
MP.
internet artists are not doing their jobs.
So he's
When Tan Juan Jin submit the resignation, like, within like
immediately.
two minutes, right? I saw the Wikipedia updated.
Because it's not controversial, ma.
So anyways, Mr. Seah is MP of the Marine Parade GRC.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
so
he's part of the East Coast
interesting.
plan. Ah.
Yep. Is
I
Marine
remember this guy, but I don't
Yeah.
know his name.
Seah Kian Peng? I just said his name is Seah Kian Peng.
I just say
oh my
his
God.
name is totally forgettable. I just said it
Hey.
also.
I remember the face. I can remember the face.
Let's just call him Siak Kiam Pa. That's the best way to.
Did he do
remember
anything
his
that is very Kian Pa one? Oh, the Kamala Harris one.
Oh yeah, Kamala Harris spelled back was alamak.
I'm so sorry. What?
Okay. So Seah Kian Peng made this like Facebook post like a while back. So
quite funny.
and I'm just reading this out from his post, which has been deleted. Okay. As we know, VP of USA, Miss Kamala Harris, chose Singapore for her first stop of her Asia tour. And with it, a friend pointed out to me that Kamala's name spelled backward is Alamak. What a coincidence. Hashtag Singapore, hashtag USA, hashtag Alamak, hashtag coincidence, hashtag humor. Okay, that's it.
USA. Alamak, USA.
Guys, I just wish you guys could stop doing this and just be really objective. It's pretty
Shut
funny.
the fuck up.
It's pretty funny.
Okay. Wait, Dan Wong, are you saying that because he's the CEO of NTUC FairPrice,
So you want to get vouchers?
then you
right?
want to get vouchers?
Guys,
Okay, wait.
not everything I do is for NTUC.
Sorry. He was CEO from 2010 to 2022, so he's no longer CEO.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you want to sponsor LongKangKitties,
Guys,
Mr.
he's a
Seah.
dad.
Fantasy voucher.
Alamak, if you really want to give us fantasy voucher, we are not gonna.
That's not considered bribery.
That's not bribery.
If
We
the-
were not. It's
Yeah.
considered sponsorship.
yeah, I think it is. We might have to pay taxes.
Sometimes, right? Nowadays rains a lot, right? It's raining a lot. Sometimes in the Longkang, right? Then the water comes down, right? The rainwater flows. Then occasionally, right, you'll find like NTUC vouchers floating at the top. Right? Then we'll just down
Don't know
there
who
kill
throw
lah.
away,
Who throw
yeah.
away all this until why is it all located in one particular Longkang?
You know why not? Do you know why? Because Singaporeans are so affluent thanks to our wonderful government that we
Yeah.
have such a great standard of living that everybody don't need NTUC vouchers.
Huh? What is this?
Oh my god,
No
thank
value
you,
one.
PAP. We love the PAP.
Because nobody is actually below the poverty line because we do not have a poverty line. So therefore, right, people
Even
are
when
just
you
like
Yeah, even when you live in a Longkang like us, we're also not poor actually.
Yeah.
Nobody's poor.
We got TVs, man.
Nobody's
we got
poor.
TVs. Yeah.
So just so you guys know,
Flat
none of
screen
us are
TVs.
perfect. All of us are open to coercion. We are not
Coercion.
whiter than white.
We are open to coercion.
Wait, I know one person that's whiter than white.
Who's whiter than white?
Angie. Who looks like Sadako. You know what's the real problem? It's because of your monitor putting another light on your face.
Oh. But I need my
Because
monitor.
you see, if you turn it off, you see, it goes fine, right?
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah,
this
but
because
now I
when you
cannot
turn,
see. Then I can see my words because it's so
when you
dim.
turn on the thing, then after that your mouth, right, just like underneath just like under the lower part of your jaw is like in the shade.
terrible.
Then everything up here, right, is like white as shit.
Angie, I think you should leave it on. I think this whiter than white
Yeah,
look is
okay,
good
let me
for
just
you.
be like,
Beautiful.
Can be a future
Completely aware.
PAP.
porcelain doll.
Can be a future PAP member.
this is how I
Whiter
run my
than white.
campaign. Whiter than white.
Yes. There shall be no adultery,
No adultery.
corruption.
Because I'm chronically single.
no NTUC vouchers.
I just want to say, right, like it's so unfair to call that name. What's her name again? I also cannot remember her name.
Yeah.
No. Chen
Li Hui.
Li Hui.
Chen Li Hui.
Chen Li Hui. It's so unfair to call her a home wrecker.
She is not married herself, right?
Yeah, but she's not the one who wrecked her family. Right? She got no family to wreck.
I don't think that's what home wrecker means.
Well, why are you putting the blame on the woman again?
Yeah, exactly. She's not the one who like got married and like promised his wife.
You
what?
people are calling her a home wrecker,
Yeah,
is it?
they're like blaming her.
I'm just a bit irritated that, you know, like it's so difficult to find love in Singapore that people have to resort to getting elected to find love.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Hey, you know, right? If we just use that statistic of 10 to 20% of the population and then we map it onto the parliament, right? Statistically, we still have
There
like
should be
10,
like 18 of them, right?
yeah, 10
Like,
to 20 of them that we have to expel.
we
you
have
know?
like 96 MPs if I'm
Can-
not
can-
wrong.
Whoever is having an affair right now, you
Right.
better clench your butt cheeks tight. I think people are clenching their butt cheeks really.
I have heard rumors, but I will not say them on this podcast.
Okay.
Wait, hang on,
okay,
hang
for all of you who are not Redditors, okay, let me just tell you that there's so much shit going on Reddit right now. Please go and read because there are so many salacious rumors flying around,
yes, I
and
know
it's so
about them.
delicious.
Juicy, right?
It's so delicious.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
none
wait,
of
wait,
them
hang
are
on, hang
verified.
on.
Okay,
Yes.
none of them are verified.
So based on your definition, that Chen Li Hui is not a home wrecker because she don't have a home, then
Yeah.
what about Nicosia?
Then she's a home wrecker lah.
Oh shit!
Nicosia, Leon Pereira, Tan Chuan Jin, they're all home wreckers because they wreck
Wrecking
their own home.
homes.
Yeah. Right?
Okay.
Okay, I just want to say something that Lydia had talked to me about, and I find it to be quite. I find that we are of like mind. So we feel that we really hope that Tan Chuan Jin, Chen Li Hui,
Get together,
Nicosia,
right?
Leon Pereira, all of them
Oh.
just have these lovely, good relationships and enjoy each other's time and enjoy the love that they have.
Okay,
for
no.
each other together.
Like Leon Pereira and Nicosia already ended it way before this.
Right.
Like at least a year ago or something, according to Pritam
okay, now
Singh.
then it's just Tan Chuan Jin, no?
But the real love affair here, the real love, the true love, one true love, one true pairing
Yes.
is actually Tan Chuan Jin and Chen Li
Chen Li
Hui.
Hui, yeah.
Do we think that it's just lust or is it love?
I thought you were going to say Iswaran and Hong Beng Seng. That's the one true love. The love.
Oh,
This is the only love we know.
That's also my one true
It's
love.
not this, it's this.
Correct. The most beautiful sign on the planet.
Okay, can we predict that like whether Tan Chuan Jin's gonna like get a divorce and then go with Chen Li Hui? Dude like said fuck you to the PM
Yeah.
Which is quite brave of
Yeah,
him.
imagine, so it's no longer about sex, right? So it has to be like some sort of emotional affair. Because if it's just really great sex, you can just stop it, I guess.
I don't know, man.
Have
I don't know if
Have you seen the mothership video about the Tan Chuan Jin's office in the parliament?
No, what is it about?
They went to because he did like a media blitz like a year ago, so they showed his office. So I don't think they did it there because it's not a small space.
So
Oh my god, Jerry!
okay.
I just had to work there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are you ticking off all your puns?
One
Comment
Oh my
from
God.
Lydia. What I said is, I hope they love each other, and this and said this before I knew Nico and Leon ended their relationship. So
Why is she listening to the live stream?
Yeah,
So funny.
she needs to know what the fuck bad shit you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's why.
Do you misrepresent her views?
Lydia, you just like throw your clothes on the floor, okay? You have no say.
What? Hey,
Wow. This one public airing
couch
of,
tonight.
literally dirty laundry.
yeah, man. Public airing of dirty laundry. Yeah.
Bro, that's low.
Is this like couch material or is this like floor material?
Couch material or floor material? Depends.
This is underwear material, okay? This is
You're dead, then Wong.
yeah, you're fucking sending. You know, there's that TikTok meme is like you say something, then suddenly there's the image of heaven behind you. It's like one moment you're alive. Oh,
Next
then
moment
you say something like, "Oh, dear wife, you quite fat now." And then it's like, dun, 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 dun,
Then the guy is like,
the dancing.
Bo kia si ah. Bo
No,
kia
man,
si.
today I'm on a warpath, man. I'm going to insult our fans, insult our audiences, insult our
Okay.
our loved ones. I'm just going to go all out, man. I just want the world.
Who's the 1% that you're not gonna insult?
Lydia says correct. I throw them proudly. With pride, yeah.
1% that
You can't shame her.
who am I really afraid of right now? Probably Shanmugam.
Shanmugam also, I think if there's so I think this perfectly segues also to the Redoubt Road.
Oh, I thought you were gonna segue into like the policeman who committed suicide.
Oh, we can do that also. Actually, the Redoubt Road one, not much lah.
Yeah, it's just updates.
Because we did cover an episode on it, but when we did the episode, it was like before the parliamentary sitting lah.
yeah.
So as a result of the parliamentary sitting, certain new and key details have been brought up lah. I think the most interesting one is why did SLA give Shanmugam more land and fenced up the area for him, fenced up the new land area for him. And according to Shanmugam, he didn't want this extra land. And there was also some allegations of clearing of trees, right?
Yup.
Yeah. So there's all these like things floating around. It feels like they kind of they put themselves in the clear in terms of like there's
So
no
basically
corruption.
the trees, I think like most of the trees had some kind of like tree rot or something and it had to be cleared down. So they say
So
they
they
got
say
like a arborist. Is that what they call the tree
arborist.
people? Arborist, right? Like to like, I don't know, put a stethoscope on the tree or some shit. I don't know.
They drill the tree. Yeah.
The tree doctor came and then diagnosed
Yes.
the patient as dying, so it had to go lah. Huh?
Yep.
So anyways, yeah, so they've been clear of that. And then also like, the reason for the extra land. And then PM Lee made a statement during a parliament debate on the 3rd of July and said that they meaning Shanmugam and Vivian Balakrishnan, retain my full confidence, he told the House, citing investigations by the CPIB which found no wrongdoing. Where ministers decide to live is their personal choice. Yep.
But then so the SLA giving them more land, and then the fencing up. There's also some contention with regards to the market price, which I think Mr. Pritam Singh brought it up, which is why is the government evaluating like the cost, right, based on land, like the total size of the land rather than square footage of the thing lah? Because when SLA sell land to whoever, like HDB or whatever, and then when they build the houses, BTO, is based on like total square footage, right? Which is includes the built up area rather than just the price of the land itself. And then that's all of that is computationally put into the total price of the BTO. But then when it's being leased out in terms of all, maybe not specific, okay, we're not saying it's specific to Shanmugam, but in terms of being leased out, right, in for SLA controlling the black and white bungalows, those colonial era bungalows, why is it that suddenly the pricing suddenly becomes like, wow, the total land size instead of the square footage? So I think these are interesting questions to be asked. And then after that, right, this also put it into sharp relief, right, which is this is the thing that WP have been pushing for a very long time in terms of the price of the BTO. It should not be computationally based on square footage. It should be based on the land size. So this will... Okay. I think what...
I'm a bit slow, but I'm slowly trying to catch up.
Yeah, basically is the classic case of I say one, do as I say, not do as I do.
Yep.
Yeah. So if let's say for example, then when I say that I need to sell your organs. Okay. Then after that I say, but then you ask me, hey John, if I sell my organs to you, right, how much do I get? Okay. Then I say, well, I only can sell your organ, right? Okay, as a total price of your whole body. Because it's the total build-up area. So I sell your organ at the price of the length of your body. Okay. But then when I sell my organ, right? Then you say, hey John, how much you selling your organ? Then after that, I'm just like, oh, I'm only selling my organ for the price of that organ, without taking into account the rest. Because now I got a bigger body than else, I'm longer in every way.
Then like that you lose out.
Yeah, I lose out lah. I mean, I'm just saying lah. Okay, just imagine whoever is the losing out one is the OP lah. Okay, so when I say
so are we in agreement that it should be consistent lah? If
at the very least lah, yeah,
you should.
Correct lah, correct. At the very least, it should be consistent lah.
I mean, if you want to, okay. So there's two parts to this lah. So right. So I think the way that they compute the rent is consistent for all the other black and white bungalows, if I'm not wrong.
I think so.
Yeah. And then the second part is like, these are kind of state assets that are kind of not in use yet. If you know what I mean. So which is why it's at a much lower price, because it's not being sold, it's being rented. But anyways, it's interesting questions to think about lah. So the other thing that was happening, right, also in the parliamentary debate was the fact that there was online allegations that Shanmugam's son was awarded government contracts to renovate a bungalow that he had rented. And
which apparently he says is not true.
He said it's not true lah. And then the son has said that his firm or company has not been awarded any projects or whatsoever. And then so Shanmugam was like, leave my family alone, which I think is fair lah. Like, I don't think you should target the family if there's nothing there lah. And same goes for like the people who had affairs also. I think it's very unfair that people are targeting their family members.
True.
Especially for Nicosia's husband. I think he's getting so much online bullying. I think it's so stupid.
Why are they bullying him? For what, yeah?
For being a cuck. Yeah, and I think...
Okay, what
cuck hunter?
Cuck means that you're aware of the
affair.
Okay, nowadays, right, a cuck, right?
It's just anyone
just means you're a guy on the internet that I don't like.
Yeah.
That's the cuck. Okay?
Yeah, but they're also using like his photos and then photoshopping like green hats on him and stuff like that. And I think that's just fucking disgusting. He's not a public figure. Just fucking leave him alone.
That's fucking funny as well.
But it's so unfair.
I mean, it's very unfair, but goddamn, that's the fucking internet.
And you know what's the biggest thing? The people who are like calling him a cuck and all these things are probably also the same people, right, who cry online about men's rates of depression, men's rates of suicide, men's rights, and then you are the same people who are like bullying other men. So fuck you all. Anyways.
Yeah. Angie, you have seen some really dark things. I'm so glad that I don't have the time to like go trawling in the mud that you have trawled in.
Yeah.
I'm probably not as busy as you, but I still don't do it.
It's because I don't have cats to take care of.
Okay, sure.
Once I have a cat, I don't think I will have this kind of time. Not that I want a cat.
Let's read. Let's do some reading.
Okay,
reading
so
comprehension.
I just want to say, one last thing. I've got one joke I need to check out.
Oh my god!
Get it out, Jerry. No, let him get it out. He deserves it.
Hey, what happened to the aircon? Why is it so warm? Is it because I ate too much snacks or something?
My jokes are too hot.
Their jokes are...
No, I need your
my
jokes to
jokes
cool
are
me
shit.
down. I need your jokes to cool me down, bro.
Okay, I just want to say this without glee because I'm a football fan and I don't like the club that our former Mr. Speaker was a big fan of.
What was he a fan of?
Mr. Tan, how does it feel to walk alone?
Is that menu?
That's
Liverpool?
I think.
And just as I was talking about selling organs, a pool
Right.
of livers.
Yeah, is this getting
Hey,
worse
that's
and worse?
infinitely more funny than fucking Jerry's
Okay, I
dad
agree.
jokes, okay?
I agree.
No comments.
Yeah. No, that
No
wasn't a
comments.
joke. That was just a snide comment. Oh,
Zero
my-
comments.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good. I'm satisfied.
For Jerry, for all the football fans who listen to us, they got your joke and they are laughing.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Ha ha ha
Yeah.
ha.
I mean, if you happen to support the same team as he does, then you probably would be angry at me, because
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Time for
Are we gonna segue?
time for listening comprehension, you guys.
I don't know whether we should be reading this. I don't know.
Are we doing the NPC
suicide lah.
shit? Oh, okay.
The suicide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
Okay.
read a little bit of it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Why you don't want to read it? Scared ah? Scared kena haunted ah?
7 months coming
I
already.
have some opinions.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Angie
some opinions
was
too.
prepared to read it, but anyway, I have it here on the screen
Yeah,
also. Then the
okay.
audience can read along lah. Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so this fella, Raja Gopal, this is functionally his suicide note lah. This will be a long post. I'm sorry, but please read. I've always wanted a uniform career since young. I joined NCC and was passionate about it. I left secondary school as a platoon sergeant after my stint in NCC. I'm Sergeant Uvaraja, son of Gopal, regular police officer. I first enlisted to the force 2005 to 2007. I did my national service with Team Alpha. I had a great CO, Sir Tan Boon Heng.
Are we naming names now?
Yes,
Well,
he's
I mean,
naming
I mean,
everyone.
it's in the thing. So
but he took down his. I think somebody took down his note, if I'm not wrong.
Nothing gets taken off the internet.
Yeah, it's still on Reddit.
great team members. I was passionate about police work. I was young and fit then at 18 years old. So was I. Passionate about policing. I was involved in frontline policing, plainclothes operation, covert and overt. Throughout the years, the workplace culture slowly turned toxic, team members playing each other out, backstabbing for promotion. I was bullied a lot at work and my posting with Ang Mo Kio North NPC,
What's an NPC?
Neighborhood Police Post. Neighborhood Police
Center, or something. Yeah.
I was called names being talked behind my back. I was called Kelenkia, black, smelly by people whom I thought were my team members. No matter how well I performed, I was always put down by people saying I'm just a low-ranking nobody. Throughout my years, I stood up for justice. I've seen the good and ugly. I fought back against all this bullying and people were offended. Excuse me. I was put up with a case which cleared my name. My CO. Should I name names or don't? Just name lah, fuck it lah.
It's already all over the internet, I guess.
Boon Hui. He had not only killed my ranking and appraiser multiple times and had done the same to certain other officers. I was stuck in my rank pulling 16-hour shift, going for a run after shift and keep myself fit. I always gave a silver for my IPPT yearly. I trust everybody had looked out for me, but I was not ready for the conniving bosses, supervisors always seeming to plot something to damage my well-being and my work. They were good people, like one or two of them. There was an incident in 2019. I had applied for a posting and I got it. But I was played out by the same commander, Ang Mo Kio North Chua Boon Hui. I was told I was not being allowed to be posted out due to manpower issue. I was always labelled of not being a team player. While I was loaded with all the work of the team most of the time, I worked hard for all my arrest contribution and was brushed aside.
Do you guys watch Agretsuko by any chance?
That was
Yes.
the singing one.
Yeah, so well.
Yeah.
The red panda that got them aggro.
Yeah.
Those who came to work just to sleep and do nothing got their ranks, while a proactive officer not got anything. As years went by, my health was affected, yet I kept myself fit to pass my PPT. In 2019, Inspector Teo Kim Cheng,
Is that a male or a female, you think?
sounds like male,
Okay.
shredded my leave form and leave record because he was unhappy I had applied to take extra duty hours off to attempt a prayer. I reported it to Chua Boon Hui, whom said the buck stopped with him and threatened to charge me if I went to higher management. It was shredded on live stream to Team CPU chat group. Okay.
So you tore it on Zoom.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh,
Yet,
GG.
I trusted the process. I stayed calm. I did my duty. 2020 COVID came. I performed to the best of my ability. I was ground zero with the red zone infected, working day and night with our leaves frozen. During 2021, I invited my AN CPU team. I don't know what any of these acronyms mean, by the way.
Is it a bad thing that you get invited to a wedding but you don't show up? Because like I've been invited to many weddings and I don't show up. Like, am I like throwing people's face?
Actually, I also don't show up to weddings anymore. Yeah. I
No, but it depends.
going to
No,
Not
wedding,
because I don't like the people. I just don't feel like going.
yeah, wedding waste of time.
No, hang on. If you were invited and you say, "Hey, no, I cannot make it,"
Yeah.
right?
You need
Or
to RSVP
congratulations, you know.
Yeah, that's what I say all the time. Yeah.
Then I think that's acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nowadays, normally what I do is if you invite me and I really like you, I'll say I cannot make it, but I'll still send you the ang bao. Then you can-
ang-baos.
Yeah, then you still can give my seat to someone else. They can still give you ang bao again.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I didn't expect you to do that.
I give like about half the recommended price.
Okay. Oh, that's still a lot for, not going to a wedding.
If I like you lah.
Okay.
If I don't like you, then
Which means that he doesn't do it because he doesn't like anybody.
Oh my god!
I'm not you.
Oh
okay?
my god! Did she just catch you on
I'll
the...
tell you.
There's a lot of people I like. For example, anyway,
Okay, wait, we shouldn't be laughing during this.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It's actually a very
Yeah, this is
tragic-
somber.
That's a
Somber
Ron
thing.
Swanson moment.
Yeah.
man.
okay. So I invited my ANCPU team to the marriage, but I was boycotted. Nobody showed up. In 2021, I've discovered officers blatantly smoking vapes in the office area, which was illegal to possess. I informed management, but the case was covered by the internal investigators. OO Pongo NPC. I don't know if this is a CO Chua Boon Hui AMK North NPC. There were even supervisors involved.
Dude, this Mr. Chua Boon Hui, he's...
Cannot name and shame, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did nothing wrong, I'm sorry, Mr. Chua Boon Hui, that we are naming you, but we are just reading out the thing lah,
Yeah, but
So there's no, the judgment is reserved, okay, and I recommend all our readers, our audience does that as well. If an investigation open up, then maybe, I don't know. Okay. I was contacted by CPIB to give information on this. I worked closely and I did my best. But I was officially hated for doing the right things. I was put to a new NPC Pongo and team where I worked, but was always pushed around in the team, treated as outcasts. In 2023, I faced my worst officer, CIO Clement Dis, that's his name, from Amokyo Police Division IB. He repeatedly humiliated me and shouted at me without humanity. I was made fun of.
John does that to me on this podcast all the time.
Yeah, but you love it. That's how you feel love, right? You told us that on the Leon
Put words in my mouth.
on the Leon interview. Yeah, that's what you told us. I went everywhere to ask for help, but was shunned and said I was disobedient for reporting the wrongdoings. Commander Z Teo treated me like an accused along with CIO Clement Dis.
His name really is this
I guess so, I don't know. Or maybe it's like
district.
like this discipline or I don't know, discipline master, I don't know what lah.
Right.
My health suffered. I pleaded to ask my side of the story. By the way, I'm just reading as per lah. But was always shunned and chased away, being I was treated like a lowest life form. I have always defended myself and could no longer, as all the good officers left and good buddies due to the toxic work culture. I had no one to go to. I called all the helplines and was scolded for doing so. I am double diploma holder with merit holder from Temasek Polytechnic. I am certified fire safety manager. I've done numerous security related projects for Yio Chu Kang Bus Depot, Kebun Baru Mall. During my tenure, I got rid of gambling syndicates, secret society members, and whomever caused trouble to public. I handled neighborhoods 2-6 during my tenure in Amokyo North, won numerous awards. As of today, I'm still a serving member of the force. I've been betrayed by the supervisors I trusted. I serve with honor and distinction, but today I'm being bullied, treated without humanity, and workplace harassment. To the good supervisors, to the good supervisors I had, you know whom you are. I'm really happy for you. You have shaped up to be who I am. To the bad ones like CIO, DSP Clement, I guess that's the one, this.
Okay.
Yeah. Your karma will come to you, and CEO Amokyo North.
His name is coming.
Though you might have retired, you will never die with peace. Oh my god. This guy
he's
just.
retired, so we can slander him because he's retired.
No, we cannot slander anybody. Regardless of retire or not.
Just slander lah. You're reading a deceased man's letter.
I'm not slandering anybody. You know how many people you have played out. The biggest betrayal came a few days ago from my own family. Directly responsible is elder brother Deepa Kumaran, and a person whom I really groom, Kartik Gopal, to be senior prisons officer. I never saved anything for myself. I gave everything for my brother and my house. As police officer, we know when we enter the force, we have to be prepared for enemies, but never within the force. Supervisors, I've seen my suicide case, death, and toxic culture of workplace bullying happening in Singapore police force. By the time you're reading this, I would have gone with dignity and the pride that I have. The rest of it is just him basically saying that he signing.
John, I can't believe you actually read the
entire thing, dude.
Why?
If I knew you were going to commit to this, I would have volunteered to do it, because then I would have.
We don't need your fucking dramatization of a suicide note. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
This is serious business as it is. All right.
Yeah, then
we don't need embellishments, man.
We don't need embarrassment.
So, anyways, the
Okay.
guy unalived himself yesterday, which is the 21st of July, which is also Racial Harmony Day.
Yeah.
And according to ST, right, the police is going to look into claims of racial discrimination and other allegations after his passing away. So
I did not know he was an Indian police officer.
yeah, I think like the first accusation was of like racial discrimination already. So I guess he picked the day to die lah, right? To make a statement about
he committed. He definitely was committed to this.
to make a statement about like his, like what he's gone through lah. And Shanmugan has come out yesterday to give a statement, and I'm just gonna read it in full.
Can I embellish this one?
Sure, go ahead.
I know lah. I don't dare to. I am Shanmugan.
Oh my god,
Dude, it's a serious thing, bro.
Sorry, okay. Police officer dies under tragic circumstances. A police officer, Uvaraja, son of Gopal, has died under tragic circumstances. The cause of death is still under investigation. He has put up a post, which amongst other things says he faced racial discrimination in SPF. These and other allegations are serious. I have asked SPF to investigate the matter thoroughly. We will get to the bottom of it and be accountable. We have a clear policy of non-discrimination. All officers are entitled to be treated fairly. SPF as an organization is committed to that principle. We will investigate the facts. My deepest condolences to the family. So basically he's telling the SPF to like, hey, you better go and sort the shit out. This is what I'm reading from it.
I guess so. I mean, it's a very PR statement to make, right? Like, but I guess the matter is, do we trust the police to investigate themselves?
Does the own self check, own self work here?
Yeah. Because that's essentially what's going to happen, right? Like, they're not getting any like outside units to investigate
Let's
the allegations.
a very small case from what we read, from what John read just now. Okay, imagine all of us are police officers, right? Right, and then you walk into the fucking
Singapore is
locker room.
doomed.
You walk into a locker room, right? You're just a sergeant, and you see like your fellow sergeants and whatever their ranks are, like vaping in the locker room, which it's like fucking not allowed. Like, how would you solve this? Would you be like, like take a vape and join them? Would you be like, hey guys, cannot like that lah, don't do this lah, like I think like Jerry would do this. I mean,
I would do that.
Yeah. You will not like complain to supervisor, hey, 不可以啦, 不可以, cannot lah, just cannot lah, like that lah, do it outside of uniform lah, which is a very reasonable response, right? Because on one hand, it's not allowed, but on the other hand, you don't want to kind of like, burn the bridges with everybody, right? What would you do, John? Because this guy sounds like, this disagreeableness sounds a lot like you. Like, you're like, I don't care. Fucking hell, why are you guys smoking vapes in the locker room? Like, this is You're a fucking policeman. I feel like you would do something like that.
No, I totally.
Actually, I don't think
totally
John
will
would.
just yeah.
Join them.
John would
I
just
won't
close
join
his
them.
eye.
I'll just close 2 eyes. I'll just
Yeah.
then I just walk through. Yeah.
I don't see
没有
anything. I'm
我的
here
事情
for my iron rice bowl.
None of my business.
Also, you totally would not even broach the issue.
Yeah, of course not lah.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, okay, whatever people may think about things like integrity and whatever. Okay, integrity does not save your life. Integrity does not pay the bills. Integrity does not do a whole bunch of things. End of the day, these fellow officers that is together at the station with you, they are the ones who will be providing you with backup. They are the ones that will be saving your ass, holding your ass out of the fire. In case another fucking riot breaks out again, somebody's gonna crack your skull with a beer bottle. You need somebody to look after your back. And these are the people, whether I like them or not, they might be the most despicable motherfuckers, right? But they are the ones who are going to haul my ass out of the fire. So unfortunately, right, this is the reality of things. I'm not going to fucking go and antagonize them. If they cannot caught on the outside, right, then after CPIB come down or fucking they need to audit, fucking a member of public saw them, then I'm just okay lor. Good, you got your comeuppance. I'm not going to stand in the way of justice, but at the same time, I'm not going to go and pauto. It's like what you say very, very early on, snitches get stitches.
I said that?
Yes,
I
you
don't
did.
remember
Yes, you
half
did.
the things I said.
Yes, you did.
But anyways, I'm just gonna read the police statement, which has since been taken down.
Okay.
Well, according to Straits Times, in a Facebook post on Friday afternoon, which has since been made unavailable. Oh no, sorry, not the SPF. It's the suicide note that was made unavailable. So what the police said, right, is that they were aware of the challenges at work which had been raised by the officer in his Facebook post, and we had extended various assistance to him, said SPF on Facebook. The police also added that they did not suspect foul play and that investigations are ongoing into the unnatural death. We will be looking thoroughly and will investigate all the issues he has raised in his post. We are deeply saddened by the passing of a colleague. We extend our deepest condolences, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I guess the thing is, right, like, I think all these things that he mentioned are easily corroborated because he said that like the tearing of the leaf thing was on...
It was probably
recorded.
on a public chat, yeah.
And then the thing about the vape was raised to the CPIB. And then like I guess various other things are all like if somebody had to write reports, it would be in the system.
Yeah.
So if there will be investigations, then I think it's a relatively easy thing to uncover whether like the things that his allegations are true or not.
Will we as the public know, you think?
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I'm going to take the asshole position here, right? And then just say that honestly, this guy, right, just sounds like an insufferable colleague. I don't think he doesn't sound like he's the best person to work with. Granted, right, all that he said might be true, right? There might be a lot of shenanigans and your superiors might be like just thoroughly assholes okay? But at the same time, you go and like pauto this, pauto that, then you try to go up the system, go up the chain of command, you try to like disrupt other people. I'm sorry, but you just sound like someone who's just very insufferable. And end of the day, I mean, like I said, this is an asshole thing to say. We are also not given, right, the flip side of the situation. What is it that the others, right, have the interaction with him? Have they also complained about him, for example? We actually don't know any of that. Right now, we are very sympathetic towards this one particular case because he wrote this note, then after he committed suicide. And then now everybody's walking on eggshells trying to be like, oh, we shouldn't speak ill of the dead. And he knows this, right? He knows this. He wanted this to happen. And I just think, right, it's very, very manipulative for him to commit all these things. And then all of us are supposed to be like, oh yeah, this guy was a saint and we should take his word at face value. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. I want to see all of the evidence first, but just based on his statement alone, it feels like this guy was just an awful person to work with.
John, he paid the ultimate price to enact
Yeah,
this.
but he did it himself. Nobody forced him to commit suicide, right? I mean, they already say no foul play was
He
involved.
could quit the force like so many others before him.
Yeah,
He didn't quit, right?
He didn't quit.
Yeah.
but there's 1,001 ways to go about doing this, right? If he really wanted to be on to be like clean and squeaky For example, okay, if he was such a moral, upstanding citizen like he claimed he was, certainly there will be other ways of doing it. I mean, his Facebook post is already one, but he knows that just by putting it on Facebook, probably there's not going to be traction. So then he decided that the best way to gain additional traction was just to unalive himself, which I think that's just manipulation. I don't think
anybody would like just commit to like unaliving themselves just for Facebook traction. I think
I agree also.
I think that's incredibly fucked up thing to say, but it could be like a small part of why he decided to do it. But I think like probably what happened is that there was a last straw, and then he snapped, and then he's like, you know what, I'm going to take all of you out with me at the same time. And you know, I think the allegations of like, for example, racial abuse and this and that, and you know, I wouldn't say that there's no like just because a person is insufferable, you're okay to call him like all these kind of racial abuse and shit. And also, like, I think it's very tragic the fact that somebody wants to actually be upright citizen and enact the law that they are supposed to enact, right? And he gets punished for it.
But that's going back to what John said, right? Like sometimes, especially as a police officer, right? Like they all know that everybody, including police officers, will have, you know, interactions with the law every now and then. No one is perfect, and even the police officers themselves break the law all the time.
Yeah, I'm just saying that
if we were to actually follow the law, right, I think all of us will be arrested dozens of times.
Dozens of times.
Okay, all of us will just like, this one is.
But we are not police people.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's
wait, you the person who's like, oh, you know, because they ran on the platform, they have to be whiter than white, and then like, so therefore right now they are breaking the law. Oh no, wait, they're not breaking the law, but they are being hypocrites. And then right now, if vapes are banned in Singapore and then our police people are vaping, they are actually breaking a law that they're supposed to uphold.
If they cannot caught, right, they actually will receive additional punishment, if I'm not mistaken.
Usually
this one is like part of the it's like,
so I'm just saying that like this, okay, let's just put the best face on it for now, because we don't know anything, and just say that, okay, maybe this guy is super overly idealistic. Probably, and he has this like very upright, very rigid, very strict morality about like how policemen are supposed to perform, because from young he wanted to be a policeman and, you know, I don't know, uphold the law and stuff. And he goes in and he's supremely disappointed about what he sees inside, and then so he tries to change it from within, and then he gets like shit on by everybody around him because they think that he's a snitch, and then like they make his life completely shit and toxic. So, you know, I mean, it's both factors, right? So you can't say that, oh my god, just because he died, right, I don't want to give him the fucking like sympathy.
But this one is, I mean, we need additional context. What he said, right, might be technically the most truthful thing that is out there. Like, for example, people call each other racial slurs all the time, but then at the same time, sometimes, right, like friends do it to go and make fun of each other, and it could just be harmless fun between two people. But if we will just take the transcript of what they say, right, it looks terrible optically.
Doesn't feel like he has any friends in there.
No, but that's the thing. We don't know the context of all of the things.
Exactly, I agree. But we will never know because it's the Singapore Police Force and they will never release this information to the public.
Then he shouldn't have killed himself, right? That's the thing. Like, he should have, you know,
you are saying like he killed himself for this. This is just a by effect, probably.
Wait, hang on. Didn't he write this already, then after kill himself? Isn't that the case?
Probably all the cumulative effect, you know, of all these things in his life, and it could be very well something in his personal life changed, and then he realized that, you know, or maybe he come to the conclusion that all these things. Or he could just
be depressed and he he listened to his impulses.
Exactly, you know, dark thoughts come in.
Whatever it may be, right, it's very sad that this person is dead. Okay, but at the same time, the fact that this guy killed himself should not be used as a contextual layer for us to take his words into account. That I feel like that is manipulation.
This I agree. This I agree. Yeah, and in fact, last night when I was discussing with Anna, you know, before we slept, because this thing came up pretty late at night, I think.
Yeah, so it was pretty late.
We're just talking about it, and I told her that, you know, she has to. I told her, like, look, you've never been to national service, you don't understand. In SAF, police, you know, in all these paramilitary organizations where rank and hierarchy is very important, right? There's always a certain amount of toxicity. Otherwise, nothing will work. You know, like look at it this way. Look at it this way. If there's no amount of toxicity,
hang on.
Is the head of ISD telling us
I
that
don't
it's
think-
okay to have a toxic work culture and
no,
without
I'm
it
not-
we will be like...
I'm not saying it's okay to have a toxic work culture. I'm saying that some things have to be toxic, otherwise nothing happens.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree on that thing, but I'm gonna kind of reinforce your point. Toxicity happens, right? Despite it not accomplishing anything, just as a result of proximity of all these people who have to do things that they fucking hate.
Oh, of course. That's
and this
one
is
point.
and look, if you don't need to spend any amount of time in the army, you just need to spend any amount of time with people that you barely know and you probably don't like them, and all kind of toxicity happens. People are bullied inside SAF camps all the time, right? Dumb shit happens. Sometimes like, for example,
They get thrown into wells.
yep, well, yeah, people get thrown in the wells. Yeah.
What?
That's not funny. But
it's not funny,
That's the
it's
commando
not
guy
funny.
lah. We did an
No,
episode.
SCDF.
SCDF, sorry.
Firefighter. He got thrown in the well,
and
drowned.
he drowned.
Where was this?
3 years, 4 years
We did an
ago.
episode on this, right?
we did an
I believe
episode on this.
I
But I don't think
believe
you were.
he might, she might not be there. But anyway,
poor boy died. Yeah.
but okay, we don't use extreme example. Let's say, for example, you're taking a shower, right? And then somebody steal your towel. Okay, is that a bad thing to do? Yeah, probably. But in the context of, let's say, friends playing pranks on each other, then it's nothing, right? I have seen it happen in the SF camp. Then the guy just run out naked, then go and chase after his towel. There is dick flopping all over the place and then splashing water everywhere. But then the same situation, the same behavior can be reconstrued on social media and say, oh my god, all these guys just stealing my towel. I was just being endlessly bullied in the SAF camp. But then it's like, okay, like what you're saying is technically true, but then the context of it, right, is totally devoided. We don't actually know what has happened. The same situation can be reframed in many, many different ways. And I think this is the toxic, like what you say toxic now, as a result of this thing, can be reframed as, oh, it's just a prank, bro, or you know what, sometimes we just don't like you and we just don't want to interact with you. If you invite people to your wedding and they don't show up, this one is nothing to do with work. Correct or not? This one nothing to do with work or not? This one is you just... Nobody wants to be your friend. I don't know what else to say.
Actually, I come to think about it. My darling friends have done pretty shitty things to me when I was in the army.
I say all sorts of shit things to
Yeah.
you, but then like
Same.
once again, if you just take the transcript of what I said to you, right, it looks fucking awful. Okay, it looks really, really bad. But because of the relationship that you and I share, then there's a contextual framing to it. Then it changes the meaning of it entirely.
Let's say
I guess.
Dan Wong decides to unalive himself and then writes a Facebook post about all the shitty things that you wrote about.
I die already. I cannot cancel. I fucking Shanmugam himself will come and arrest me.
That's
John,
not right.
you have been a terrible human being. This is on top of all the shit that's happening inside the people. You are the worst. You are going to jail right now. I'm going to lock.
Isn't it sad that it's just whether it boils down to whether you like people or not? Does that make sense? Like I have a friend, my darling friend Darren, who took his like old ass camera. Some digital cameras had heft to them, and he would be like, and then he would like film me while I was bathing.
So you're saying that there might be potentially leaks of nudes of you
100%.
floating around on the
But what
internet
do you want? I
somewhere.
can strip now if you want. But the point is that
I don't want to see that. Please.
yeah, the point is that it all boils on because I do love my dear friend Darren quite a lot, and that's all that. But I just imagine if I replace Darren with somebody that I hated, the narrative changed entirely.
Yeah.
Like even
The
for
same
myself,
things.
right? I wouldn't take it in such a nonchalant. I would actually cause him harm. For instance, I would steal his stuff to get back.
Yeah.
It just boils down to whether you like people or not.
Yeah, if leader have sex with you is normal. If somebody else, some random stranger says it's called rape. Yes, that's completely normal. Then wrong. Okay, this is the absolute pinnacle of.
I'm just stating facts as they are, right? I mean, this solidifies what you said just now, right?
Okay.
Right. So he might be very unliked by his compatriots.
It's unfortunate. Look, I'm not saying that the guys at the station did nothing wrong. To be honest, we don't actually know. I think that's like the main thing. We don't know. I just feel like given what we know right now, if everything feels a bit iffy, everybody wants to be sympathetic and empathetic towards this post and this person as a result of the tragedy that is involved. But I feel like the tragedy is a means of manipulation, and I just don't think that's right. And I don't encourage anybody to do the same thing.
The whole point of it, like, and how he's been so systematic in listing down the exact offences that he's reported is very easy to check lah. So did those things happen? Did it happen?
Yeah, did it happen in the way that he wants us to imagine it happens?
Can I propose a truce? Okay, so we have all said our pieces. Okay, go to the we'll see what our dear fans are saying. Let's just see what they have to say.
Like nobody left on the stream.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 hours.
Zero people.
Okay, let's
2.5 hours.
Own self, investigate own self by Lydia. Raven, TBH, most people will turn a blind eye, especially if you're the new guy. Blog user, hi every kitty.
Wait, you're a new guy, what does it mean? What does it refer to?
So it means if you're the new person on the blog and you have like colleagues who do like things that are wrong, then you turn a blind eye. I believe that was this Raven 236 is saying. LKK will be cancelled forever.
Who said that?
We'll cancel you.
No, we can. No, if we cancel you first.
Context bad.
We cancel each other. Then no more cancel.
Yeah, then LKK needs to get better props. Haha, party hats for Team AG.
Hey, we're running on limited budget, okay?
Yeah,
Fucking give us some money.
Hey, wait, you all take off your party hat. You are still wearing my party
Hey,
hat.
well, I mean, it's not a party topic
Okay,
anymore.
I'll be honest, the hair is causing my hair to itch, so I had to remove it.
Yeah, it's very hot.
That's why I wore a
It was
hat.
so hot just now.
That's why I wore a
How do
hat.
you wear your hat all the time, Jerry, and not feel like itchy underneath?
Ventilation?
Yes, yeah. But even then, it's like you feel like, don't you feel like your head is overheating?
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay, do we have a magical moment? Haha.
Okay, I do. If you guys
Yeah,
are
this
willing
thing
to.
has been going on for like 2.5 hours.
Okay, let's
2.5, that's insane.
Yeah, our stream is like
Wow, and there are still people on here.
yeah.
Oh,
The
serious.
year is 2020 and we just had our general election.
2020 or
2000.
So we're going back in time.
Yeah, we're going back in time.
Yeah.
We're going back in time, right?
G-
you are
G-
there,
yeah.
right? You're in front of your computer jerking off as you always do, shitting in your pants. When the
2020
door
July, right?
breaks open. Right, and who is there other than your good friend Tan Chuan Jin, who's your friend for many years. And
He was running around along the corridor
exactly,
to
he
break
was
into your
running
door.
around
He
just to
was,
smash through your
he
door.
was
right?
photographed running to your door to
Correct,
smash your door in.
correct.
Yeah, okay.
Bay is alone at home.
So he closes your room door, right? He pushes aside your disgusting poop and shit, right? And then he grabs a chair, he sits down in front of you and looks at you eye to eye. You know, he's like, you have been my close friend for so many years. I just want you to know that I'm having an affair with my colleague and I need you. And he takes out a big wad of cash, right? I need you to form an elite team with your friends, like 2-3 people. I want you to do everything you can to keep my affair as secretive as possible. Nobody must know about this, but I need to be able to like actually have an affair. It means I need to like have smexy time. I need to like go out and eat at Wine Connection or whatever.
So you just have to facilitate for him.
Yeah, you
is
just have
it?
to facilitate. It's just something like a bodyguard, but you're not defending.
Oh my god, I should set out a new business idea for politicians.
Yeah, something like that. Something like the business idea. All you need to do is just to make sure they are shielded from the public eye or disguise. I don't know what clever ideas do
I
you
actually
have?
discussed this in the LongKangKitties Discord, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are way ahead of me. I should go to the Discord channel more often. But anyway,
Yes.
okay. Maybe Angie, you wanna. So you guys understand what is the nature of the job, right?
Yes.
That means allow. You
Correct.
cannot like just lock them away both in the room and
Yep.
call it a day there. They
Yep.
must still be able to have a relationship together. Go and watch movie. Go to like fucking MBS. I don't know lah, whatever lah, right? But you know what I mean. So what
So
can
only
you and your small team?
only 2% is it? Or
Yeah.
can I have 3?
Yes, you can have 3.
Okay, okay.
But he gives you a
Just
lot of
call me
money.
Jerry.
What I'm trying to say is that he gives you a lot of money. You have
Just
a
call me
budget.
Jerry.
Yeah,
That time you call
because
me
look
George,
like-
now you call me Jerry. Ask it.
Oh, you are the same to me.
Oh,
This
no.
is big fat guys.
First thing I'll do, right,
Okay.
is that I will ask them to download this thing, which they probably don't have, which is the Grab app.
Okay.
So like instead of having a personal driver that can go onto like media and then like spout all your bullshit, don't even commit to a driver. Okay, have like multiple random strangers who don't know who the fuck you are. And then no, actually
Angie
I'll
gave a
So
fucking
no,
budget.
wait.
Why not you just-
So we should go to Ting Pei Ling, right? Isn't she like on the
no,
ground?
you cannot involve more people. You can't involve more people even if like your fellow MP is actually working in Grab. So I'll get them burner phones. I'll set up accounts under fake name. And then I'll tell them like every time you get onto the taxi, right? You all arrive separately and then you all leave separately. So no sitting in the same car. Okay, and then every time you go into the taxi, you have to wear your mask. Okay, right now after COVID, it's still very acceptable for you to wear mask. Right?
Actually, why didn't?
Then instead of hotels, book Airbnbs. Book Airbnbs that don't need to check in with a person. You know, there are Airbnbs that leave the keys for you, then you just pick it up.
Oh, pass key.
Yeah,
It's all
pass
electronic
keys or
locks.
whatever stuff. So no need to meet anybody anywhere.
Okay, Angie, I'm just gonna be as frank with you as possible. I admire you quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
But right now you are killing the fun in everything. You're just basically saying all these common sense things that I should have done.
So the whole point is to have a relationship, or is it to be found out?
No, the whole point is not to be found out, but to have like a carefree relationship.
Yeah.
The first thing
you're asking them to like not right back together when
the first thing he needs to do, right, is not to shake a wad of cash in your face, but to shake a wad of NTUC pouches.
That's a good one.
That's fucking hilarious. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you can have fun, but you have to also use your fucking brain.
But people in love, no brain one.
Which is why you pay me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which is why they are paying you.
Which is why you pay
You see,
me.
they don't even have the brain to pay you in the first place. You know, it's like,
No, that's because I haven't set up my business. If I had known there was so much business opportunity to be had, right, I would have set up this like service like long ago.
Okay.
Okay. I think I know what I'll do. I will have I'll hire a private investigator. And this private investigator, right, he will just be making sure that he's there whenever they are together to take photos. But then, right, the purpose of them taking the photo is to deliberately manipulate them so that they don't look like they are together. So let's say, for example, right, they are together, then someone took a photo of them holding hands, right? Then after that, he will release the said photo, but edited so that their hands are not holding. So that to always have somebody on staff to counter the information.
Wait.
Information warfare.
This is bad already because you already have one person who's in on it. And this one person can always turn on you. Besides yourself.
I can turn on him also. I mean, I'm supposed to hire a small team also, right? Yeah. The team definitely needs to.
No, I think there shouldn't be any like constant person who actually knows that they're having.
This is the magical moment. Okay, if you have a magical moment, if you want me to do it by myself, you set the magical moment. Okay. They won't give me a stack of NTUC vouchers for me to hire a team. Okay. I'm gonna hire the fucking best team ever. Alright.
Angie, you need to learn to delegate. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
There's no such thing as delegation when it comes to shit like this.
Even crime syndicates delegate. Yeah,
but no.
Okay, so this person...
Crime syndicates delegate, that's why they got caught.
God damn it.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Can I go on with my...
Please continue.
Okay, so this guy, right, is there to specifically to create the information warfare. Right? Somebody take a photo of them together, holding, it's like stroking hands. Then my guy will be like, hey, actually, we have these images, right? They were not stroking hands. In fact, right, they were 6 feet apart. Okay, Photoshop 6 feet apart. That's the first person. So then that way, right, we always have a sense of plausibility.
It's like confusion, right?
Yeah, we just need to confuse. We don't just need to deny. No, nothing confirmed. Everything just plausible. Then just leave it to the peppies. Okay. Fictional character, spectator critical, right, will be there to defend the photos all the way.
He will like have like the cock so deep down his bro. Like, yes, there's no such thing.
Oh my god.
It's totally false. Okay, guys, we have the photo. Look at this photo. They are 6 feet apart. What are you talking about? Okay, so this is
he's
step
the
number
most fucking disgusting piece of shit ever.
I will take that
Spectator
big wad
critical?
of spectator
Yeah.
critical. I'll take that big wad of NTUC voucher.
Polish cocksucker.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not done yet, bro.
Oh, this is just like
This is just the
Just the
first step.
surface. Oh my god.
This is just the first step.
We're gonna be here till 7.
Okay.
Is this our first 3-hour podcast?
Maybe.
Okay. Then after that, right? Okay. After that, we need to approach fictional businessman Ong Seng Beng and not use money. Okay, but bribe him
NTUC vouchers.
with power. Okay? Power. Okay? He will not accept NCTC voucher. Okay? He has his own line of like whatever.
Yeah, true.
Atas supermarket. Okay? So we need to allure him with the promise of power. Look, fictional businessman Ong Seng Beng. Okay? We will allow you certain favors, but all your hotels must be available to my good friend Tan Chuan Jin to do his nasties.
To bang uglies.
And you must have secret entrances for them to go in and come out. So that this entrance will be guarded by my PI friend. So this will be the two. So then that way they don't need to, they can even be like carefree about it. They still can have their driver, they still can whatever. Right, like what you say, they still have their fun. Then just go. Just do in whatever hotel you want. Right, as long as it's owned by a fictional businessman Ong Seng Beng. Okay, now I am done. Okay.
All right, Jerry, your turn.
Yeah, my turn, right? All right, what I'm gonna do is actually very simple. I'm just gonna take that one NTUC voucher, and I'm just gonna give it to what's his name? Mr. Umbridge. Is he still? Is he still SPH?
Umbridge,
Is he still SPH?
Is he? I think.
His name is Neo.
Did he leave already?
I think he left already.
Yeah, I think he might have left.
Because now SPH is public already one. When he took over, he was still private.
Yakchun.
I think he left, right?
Yeah, I think he left. I think he announced his departure like soon after. Whoever is running SPH right now, I'm just gonna pass the NTUC voucher to them and say just figure out.
Okay, he's succeeded by Gerald Yong, former CapitaLand CEO.
I'm just gonna like,
hey, CapitaLand CEO can also go to all the CapitaLand malls.
So I'm just gonna pass it to him. And then he's gonna generate the CapitaLand voucher.
No, CapitaLand point. It's the points. Yeah. Then use the app to go and redeem.
Yeah. So he can do whatever. Just say, hey, my buddy needs to do his business, so just take care of it, okay?
Jerry, your solution to the problem is outsourcing.
Yes. He's delegate. Delegate to outsource.
Oh my god! And then also go back and play Smart Citizen.
That's what I'll do, man.
Wait, then what's your solution?
It's similar to John, so I'll give him props for that. I'll take a very business way about it. But I was considering whether it's possible to take it one step further and make it seem like there's an actual rivalry between Tan Chua Jin and what's her name? Cheng Li Hui.
But then you just put a microscope on them, one.
No, you need to tweak it in such a way where they're like it's impossible for the public to even think they're having an affair, and make the public think that they're at loggerheads in policies or in parliament.
You know what's the best way to get away with murder? Don't let the body be found.
I guess.
No, but if eventually they get found out, which they will, because you're involving so many people in your schemes, it's also good because you know why? Because it's like the what they call it, enemies to lovers. Then everybody like, oh, so much romance. Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Also, like we're never focused on the positives. The positive is like people found true love in the parliament. That's like
love is love.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my boring answer. I really didn't think this.
As per usual, of course. Okay.
It's hard. It's not easy. It's not fucking easy to hide an affair in Singapore.
Okay. So I got magical moment.
Okay.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Holy
I got
shit!
Magical moment. Very rare for me. So okay, imagine right, you're a historian and you're combing through the archives of Singapore, right? And Lee Kuan Yew had a diary where no, it's a diary. It's like a paper book where he wrote down his thoughts. Okay. So you were flipping through,
Right.
and then you found this entry where you're like, oh shit, he got affair. And then we are now living in a time where we have time machines. Would you, using this knowledge, go back to 1980 or 1970 and expose him? Knowing that if you expose him, the current Singapore might not be...
Wow. Do you want chaos or do you want order?
Yeah.
I think I'll flip a coin.
Yeah, I probably
The fate of Singapore rests on a coin flip.
because
Huh.
I don't like this kind of what ifs.
I love the what ifs, Jay. Why?
It's a magical moment.
There's a big problem with going back, right? When you go back, first of all, you're not born.
Yeah.
Then the time machine is no longer there, so you're stuck there. Then you are already used to like super Uber, you know, like high class toilet, like high
Let's
technology
just
toilet.
assume that you can return. I mean, this is a magical moment. Okay, we don't care about physics.
Yeah, there's a way back.
There's a way
So
back.
you-
yeah.
Fuck, I go back. What the shit? What are we waiting for, man?
Yeah, but you don't know whether
So-
if you cause the butterfly effect that this whole
You might not
nonsense, you might not
exist.
even exist.
Yeah, because you were not born.
Okay,
I think can,
so
I think
so let's hang on. Let's put it in the technicality.
Okay, yeah.
Everything will still happen, but may not happen the same way, right? So you will still be born. Singapore still be, this Uber.
No way.
No, this is like this is too safe already.
hang on.
We must rest on the uncertainty that like your decision might mean that we never develop into the Singapore that we know. We might not be speaking English.
No, I
we
tell
might
you,
not have
I tell you, the most disappointing thing, right? You go back, you are exposed, right? Then nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing changes.
Everything goes back to the same. You're back, right? Then it's just like now you're the most hated person. It's like baby, everybody know you took the time machine, go back, totally call you. Then they bully you and they call you racial
and then
slurs.
you're in like the textbooks, right, of the failed attempt to
Exactly. You go back in time, right? Then you look at the textbook again. It's like, fuck, what's my name in there? What's my face in there?
No. Then it's like they make it sound like, right, you actually you were paid by somebody to smear his name.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. I suspect that might surely what happened.
We are
in
so
the
jaded
70s
here.
and 80s, that could be a little bit more easy to manipulate. Right?
I'm
Don't
too
have
frightened
social
to do it.
media.
Yeah, I'm too
Yeah.
frightened to do it, Angie. I'm sorry. Nah, I probably wouldn't do it.
I was actually thinking about this to myself the other day after all the affairs broke out. Like, how important are the affairs to me? With regards
Wait,
to
then would you actually go back and do it?
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, at least you're consistent in your worldview,
Yeah.
lah.
I mean, I will go back still and see. If
I would
can
just
get
be very excited, like salacious details. Oh my god, do you know?
But I go back not because I particularly care about the affair one way or the other. It's more like what Dan Wong said, do I want chaos or do I want order?
Yeah.
Then it's more
Clearly.
like an experiment.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet like millions of lives on it. It's just like
It's like the entire welfare of Singapore, like, essentially.
Can't I expose it after I come back? So I go there, I take some photos on my delicious camera. I come back
Oh.
and then I release it in this day and age.
yeah, but then if there's no one to verify the evidence, right, then it might just be construed as
AI.
oh yeah, it's just
okay.
no, maybe not AI, but like
Photoshop.
manufactured, you know.
But to be fair, if you don't have to go back in time. If you were to find out about something like far in the future about our LKY, and then were to expose it, like maybe say before the 6th January, like before the 6th gen
Elections.
government, right?
Yeah.
It would still cause some effect,
Like, oh my god, the mythos of
it will
LKY.
still cause some effect. Like the hopefully it can crumble the cult of LKY a little bit,
Oh, you know what is very delicious or not?
Yeah.
It's like all these people all these peppies who like to comment, oh my god, like LKY this, LKY that. Then you're like, what do you think LKY would say now?
The latest comic that Sunny Liu published, I didn't know LKY said that he was like, monogamy is stupid, polygamy is the way.
Did you say that?
Yeah, go and Google that shit, man.
wow.
Yeah, when Sunny Liu released the comic, I was like,
fact check.
the fuck is he talking about, right? I totally went to fact check it. You see what he said. You just type Lee Kuan Yew polygamy, monogamy.
Well, there's no polygamy.
Polygamy, sorry. Yeah, did I say polygamy?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Fuck. That's why this needs to be, cannot be.
Wait. The first link I get: Singapore church leaders reject Lee Kuan Yew's opinion on polygamy. Wow, 1987. Interesting.
Okay, let me put this up on the screen so all our audience can see as well.
Reacting to Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew's suggestion that introducing monogamy into Singapore was wrong and stupid, Archbishop Gregory Yong reaffirmed that polygamy is wrong and not Christian. Tell that to the Islam, like the Muslim people.
It's not Christian.
Yeah.
They're not Christians.
So
pissed off at the church leaders now. Now it's Lee Kuan Yew under fire.
at the same time, the Archbishop said he would not jump to the hasty conclusion that Lee is promoting polygamy for the nation.
Now, the
Interesting.
question is, like,
Oh, okay. I see the context now. Like Lee Kuan Yew expressed misgivings about polygamy when he warned National University of Singapore students that Singapore was headed for disaster unless its birth and marriage patterns changed. In Singapore, he said, Malays are reproducing faster than Indians, who in turn are reproducing faster than Chinese. Oh, okay, great. These differences arise because educated women tend to remain single to pursue careers, Lee said, and because educated men prefer wives who are educationally inferior to themselves. In earlier days, Lee said, polygamy was a mechanism through which talented men produced more offspring than they otherwise would.
Oh,
He
so
wondered
the polygamy
whether
is one direction one lah.
yeah, he wondered whether Singapore should have followed the example of Japan where successful men kept mistresses. So,
Yes.
maybe they were following what Lee Kuan Yew said.
Perhaps. But isn't it refreshing that upon hearing the context, now you know that actually Lee Kuan Yew is entirely consistent. He is just playing Singapore like a sim game. Oh, this works better.
It's
Fuck it, use it.
basically
Yeah,
just like, yeah.
he's just like trying to game
Oh,
the system.
okay. Like, so basically, right, to make the affairs legit, they should have produced kids.
That's because that's the reason why Cheng Li Hui, right, wanted to freeze her eggs, right?
Oh, we have
Oh my God, Jerry! Wow. Jesus Christ. Jesus does not approve.
I'm just saying. She championed it.
You need Jesus. Jerry,
I'm so happy that you are the uncle here because you would jump quite a few steps ahead to draw the conclusions, which is what uncles like to do.
Yes.
And I think it's great that you're
So that means you are saying that she championed that
yes.
to fulfill Lee Kuan Yew's
No, to produce his offspring.
plan for Singapore.
Maybe.
No, Jerry is talking about Tan Chuan Jin's fictional offspring.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But also in doing that, she's also like fulfilling Lee Kuan Yew's, view where,
Oh yeah.
talented, educated men can have more offspring.
Yeah. Perhaps. Inadvertently, perhaps, yeah.
So basically the wrong that they did was not producing kids. The affair was actually okay.
See, if they produce children, your LKY will not be spinning so fast in the grave.
will not be spinning at all.
He'll be spinning with happiness.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yes, our TFR.
Vibrating.
Yeah.
Not spinning.
All right. Let's just have one last comment, or a few of the comments. So, as Pritam was asked in the press conference, all this is speculative. I thought Pritam's performance was quite good given the fact that he appeared rather earnest and taking note of the reporter's name and writing it down. Let's put it this way: if you could prevent the Japanese invasion of Singapore in World War II, would you do it? Big changes will happen in Singapore.
Who asked that blog?
No, they were Raven 236.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Would
know
I
if this,
prevent
I don't think
the
this is our
Japanese
Raven,
invasion?
Yeah.
Would I prevent Japanese invasion? Yeah, then. Why not? I mean, what good thing came out of the Japanese invasion?
What good thing came out of Japan? Wow, that's very subjective.
Maybe Lee Kuan Yew would not be the hardcore man that he is without the Japanese invasion.
Yeah. That's very subjective. Like I would say a lot of the,
Oh, actually, that's true because like if we didn't know the British would leave us to fend for ourselves and then come back afterwards.
Yeah, then we'll still be under the British.
Yeah, man.
We'll still be
Okay,
like
okay.
one of the colonies.
Okay, that's a good thing.
So
actually.
maybe the Japanese invasion inadvertently.
cowardice.
Yeah.
you have to give, unfortunate thing is you have to give some credit for the wars because it shaped the way the world is today.
Yeah. I mean, everything shapes the world as it is today.
So, like some things would not be what it is without
Like the
wars.
internet.
True.
What?
Satellite.
Okay, I
whatever.
think
Yeah,
we are actually cracking the 3 hour
3 hour mark.
Yeah,
I think
we are
we
like
should.
2 hour 15 minutes.
I'm old. I need a break.
I'm hungry, man.
Yeah.
I want to go eat the noodles.
What noodles?
Yeah.
The store is closed. I got bad news for you. Yeah, I was there in the afternoon waiting for you guys.
Are you sure?
Do you guys
Instead of eating at that store, which I know you want to eat, I was supposed to go at, I had to eat at Zisa store instead.
do you guys want to go to prawn noodle?
Yes. Okay, that sounds good.
Please.
Okay, before we discuss plans and dox ourselves, I'm just going to now stop making that sound. That time you also make this sound during one of the podcasts.
I love this sound.
Every time I stop, right, there was a pause, right? Then you.
It's either oh
Yeah. Oh my god.
either eating or monkey. What the fuck?
Oh, you're doing it wrong. Stop it.
Hey, I'm doing a Lawrence Wong interpretation. Okay, impersonation.
Do it properly, Jerry.
Do the Do the Lawrence Wong.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
And with
I'm sorry,
that shall be the
future
end of today's episode. Thank you very
Please
much
don't-
for tuning in.
Please don't jail us.
Thank you very much for spending the past 3 hours with us. This crazy,
Insane.
wacky.
You're
the best.
Yeah, you are the best. And thank you to our dear host also. Our stamina has slowly increased. Our live stream timing is getting longer and longer. One day we'll do a 24-hour stream.
Oh,
someday we'll
oh
do.
my god. Can we get sponsored food like snacks? Then we just review snacks. I can eat to like 24 hours, I think.
we can review the hardcore.
Okay.
We can't review
We
hardcore
reviewed it
24
already.
hours,
Yeah,
bro.
we reviewed it already.
No, we cannot review it in here.
Yeah.
Just stink up this whole goddamn room and we will always smell like hardcore. Okay. So yes, please do look for our social media. We have Instagram, Facebook. We also have TikTok. Please support we have 2 videos that's about to crack 30K. Right? We have 2 videos that are about, when they first hit 10K, I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. Then now they're about to hit 30K. I'm just like, wait, hang on a second. We are doing something right? Oh, okay. So do check out our TikTok. Join our Discord. Our Discord is getting very lively during the entire affair, the episode. Oh my god. I opened
The
up my
week
Discord
of juicy goss.
and it was just like hundreds of messages.
Shit, man.
Everybody's going wild. Everybody's going crazy.
Yeah.
I also created a not safe for life channel in the Discord. So that way, I can play Fear and Hunger, which features a lot of dicks, like actual open penises that you can see and whatever.
No wonder you were talking about my ex-boyfriend's dicks.
No, that's just when I talk about you. That's just the
Don't need to lie,
this
John.
This is all I.
It's very obvious to all of us why you're so obsessed with dicks.
This is all I think about when
Do
I
the
think
30K
about you.
videos have me inside?
No lah. Oh no, wait, have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
but
watch
you're-
it.
But you're off to the side. Yeah. We just hear your laughter. Usually.
You know, I have like still a few videos that I made of Leon Pereira that I don't know whether to release or
Release.
Maybe not so soon.
not. Sad.
Maybe not so soon.
Angie, the moment somebody falls from grace and loses their power, we jackals will pounce. Yeah.
Oh, somebody was commenting on our Facebook actually and told us not to take down the video. And I'm like,
of course not.
nobody's
Yeah.
taking it down, bro.
No, we're not
Don't
taking
worry.
shit
Not taking shit down, man.
We are not
Yeah.
thirst.sg, okay?
What?
Huh? Didn't they take
We
down
are not
the-
salt and light.
Yeah, salt and light.
.com.
I meant salt and light, yeah.
The
No, I
Christian website that took down like all the Tantran
Yeah.
jeans. Like,
I think the important
articles.
thing that the people misunderstand about us, right, is we don't get a single fucking cent out of this. So why the fuck do we need to take anything down?
That's
yeah,
true.
I
that's
mean,
true,
and
that's
also the thing is that like yes, we do invite personalities on to talk about stuff, but at the same time, we are not just talking about the person, we're talking about ideas, and the ideas, even though the person is no longer in office, are still relevant to
true. Correct.
the society at large. So, you know, yeah, no, we're not going to take it down.
No, we might have Leon back again.
Leon,
He'll just
I
be
really
a regular
hope-
Joe, and then we can just drink vodka on stream now, and it doesn't affect his
exactly.
I
reputation.
really hope you go back into Parliament, Leon Pereira.
Angie, there are a lot of ways that people can influence society without being in parliament.
Yeah, I'm just sad that,
I just
I'm
want
just
to.
very sad about the
I
whole
just want to
thing.
say, right? I just want to say, right? This whole thing, right? You won't understand because you didn't watch the movie. But
Okay.
this whole thing actually is very. Remember that movie Geylang, the MP thing.
Oh,
It's,
the
it's
Geylang,
like,
the MP affairs.
yeah, it's like wow, like how the hell did they know all these things
Oh
a year
my
and a
god,
half in
it's
advance?
it's all planned.
It's all planned.
Lee Kuan Yew have a time machine. Oh shit! He's from the future. He's the one who
I
wrote that
put
thing.
on my tinfoil
Oh,
hat
shit.
right now. Yeah, it's all a conspiracy.
Okay,
bro.
to all the guys
It's all
in
conspiracy.
the YouTube chat asking about the TikTok, search LongKangKitties in the TikTok. Okay.
Yeah, Longkang
Yeah,
Kitties, please
it's-
join us.
Our LongKangKitties, the SEO, right, is a fucking godsend. You just type LongKangKitties anywhere, right, and you will find it.
Nobody has this name.
There's no other
Yeah.
LongKangKitties out there on planet Earth.
Okay, and if you do go onto our TikTok, right, please leave stupid comments, like incendiary
Incendiary.
comments
Yes.
that other people will attack you for to drive our algorithms. Because like lots of idiots are like
You can
commenting.
even say stupid shit about us. We don't care. Just
yeah.
Yeah.
go for it, man.
But don't be like Dan Wong and say unsubscribe. Because you're an idiot.
Don't unsubscribe.
John, before we leave the podcast, right? So actually, me and John have been hanging out, right? And then
No, we
actually,
have not.
we
We have
actually
not.
have been going to the Kallang Wave Spa, the onsen, where we have actually been admiring each other's dicks into the pool. and then right.
Okay, that's thank you very much. We shall end the stream right now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.